We are live under the lights at Bright Field for tonight's Friday night matchup as the Mingus Marauders take on the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. I'm Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Kitsinko. Want to welcome you in here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Nick, the Marauders are looking for a victory, and they got a tough opponent in the Bears tonight.
Bounce back victory.
That's
right. Get over that River Valley loss last week, and boy, in town tonight we got Bob Young and the Bradshaw Bears.
Yeah.
Bob Young's returned to Mingus, so the stage is set. The Bears are looking good. They're coming off a win last week, so going to be a good test for Mingus tonight.
It should definitely be a fun test, and the return of Bob Young, the former longtime head coach of this football team here at Mingus Union. And we'll talk about that and a whole lot more here on the pregame show. It's Bears versus Marauders right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. You're not going to want to miss this one. Pregame will be right back right after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Want to welcome you back here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC for tonight's Friday night matchup as the Mingus Marauders take on the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Kitsinko. Want to welcome you back here in the pregame show. The Marauders, as we mentioned just a few moments ago, are looking for a bounce-back victory. Had a last-second change to their schedule last Friday. They were supposed to play the Combs Coyotes, but due to COVID-19, it was an outbreak on the campus of Combs High School. They had to reschedule, so we got to play the River Valley Dust Devils. And while the Marauders played great in the first half, the second half didn't really go their way.
Yeah, most certainly. Marauders looked real sharp that first half, forced a couple turnovers, which was outstanding. It's what they're going to have to do tonight to start the game. And then, boy, River Valley's running back, Hammond, had a spectacular second half.
Very much so.
And just absolutely kind of ran the tables on the Marauders last week, giving the Marauders a loss to River Valley, 3A school, but that was a big team. Yeah, that's one of those 3A schools last week that they're big. They play Blue Ridge, they play Sholo. That was a pretty solid team. They had some big guys down there for not having that many kids at that school. And, boy, they match up the Marauders real well. Tonight's going to be an even tougher test with Bob Young and the Bears in town.
It very much is. As we mentioned, Coach Bob Young making his return to the cave here on the campus of Mingus Union High School. He was the football coach here for 24 years, led the team to a state title in 1997, left in 2018 to go coach at Sedona. He was initially going to coach he was going to be the defensive coordinator at Camp Verde, but last-second change, of course, the tragic passing of former Bradshaw Mountain head coach, Coach Chuck Moeller. A horrible course of events there, and unfortunately he passed away, which did leave an opening for Coach Young to jump in and take over the program over at Bradshaw Mountain. And Well, we'll see what Coach Young has in store for his old team. Of course, Coach Eric Casada, Coach Anquiano, Coach JR, all played under Coach Young. Nick, you can speak to it a little bit more, obviously, because those guys are down there coaching, but what was it like to play for Coach Young?
It was an unbelievable experience, and really, Coach Young was one of the absolute best, taught so many of us structure, respect, so many life lessons that we'll take on forever. He was an outstanding coach on the field, off the field. Is that you could always go to him for any advice you needed. That's in life, in sports.
Yep.
He was absolutely phenomenal, and it was a pleasure to go out there and see him before tonight's game, and it's going to be a good one.
Well, you mentioned it early on. It's a little strange for you to see Coach Young on the opposite side of the field. Of course, the Marauders, with Sedona being a two-A team, of course, they don't have their football program anymore. The Marauders were never going to play Sedona. Camp Verde's a 3A team, so it was kind of a toss-up in the air if the Marauders ever played against the Cowboys. But tonight, Bradshaw's in the region. This isn't just Coach Young going down to a Phoenix school or a completely different Northern Arizona school. This is a region team. This is not the first time that we're going to have to play against Coach Young.
Yeah, he's back in the Grand Canyon region. That's scary for all the teams, Flagstaff, Coconino. That's scary. Bob Young back in the Grand Canyon region. And Bradshaw runs a very similar offense. They have for years. They like to do that wing tee. Not quite sure if that's what Bob Young has in store for the Marauders tonight, but I know he's one of the best at running that wing tee offense. He's real tricky.
It should be a close game. It should be a lot of fun right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. When we come back, we'll preview that matchup right here in the pregame show. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Parker Jones with Jones Ford in the Verde Valley. At Jones Ford, we're proud Arizonans, we're proud Americans, and we are proud to serve our community. At Jones Ford, we offer an amazing selection of new Ford vehicles, and we offer pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. And we offer them all to you at a discounted sales tax, which will save you hundreds. I promise we are worth your consideration. We are Jones Ford, Verde Valley, Arizona's best.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Beautiful smiles improve more than just your dental health. They improve your confidence and quality of life. Verde Valley Orthodontics, the office of Dr. Nick Booth, offering the highest quality of technical care while treating their patients with respect, courtesy, and compassion. One happy client stated, "I can't stop smiling." Read more amazing reviews at verdevalleyortho.com. Two convenient locations, Cottonwood and Sedona. Call 634-2121 to schedule your free evaluation today.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Want to welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. We are getting fired up for what has been dubbed the Rave in the Cave, the return of Bob Young, or as I'm going to refer to him now as Bradshaw Bob, as Coach Bob Young taking over the Bradshaw Mountain Bears over in Prescott Valley. They make the trip here to Cottonwood to take on the Mingus Marauders. As we mentioned, Nick, you and a few of the other coaches have played under Coach Young. The Marauders are looking for a bounce-back win, and it's going to be a tough task. Bradshaw was already a very good program under Coach Chuck Moeller, and now you add Bob Young. They're coming off a victory. Their last game was a solid win for Bradshaw against Lee Williams, 51-28. Their quarterback, Josh Grant, 14 for 25, 247 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, 96 yards rushing, and 2 touchdowns as well. Marauders going to need to keep an eye on that quarterback for Bradshaw.
Yeah, clearly a dual threat there. I mean, he's all over the field. And, yeah, it helps when you have Bob Young and Coach Dixon out there, Neil Dixon on the other side of the ball, who's a longtime Marauder coach as well. And nothing but respect for those guys, all the coaches on the Mingus staff, the same likewise. And it's going to be a tricky one to outsmart Bob and Coach Dixon over there. But Coach Doug Provenzano has had a great game plan going into the season, and the Marauders are looking good. So it's going to be an interesting one.
The Marauders have shut out all 3 opponents they played so far. That's Flagstaff, that's Mojave, and then River Valley. 0 points. They have shut out every single team they've played so far in the first half. Now, granted, they've given up 29 points in the second half, and Bradshaw in the second half, Nick, they've scored over 70.
Ooh, and that's not going to be a good equation for the Marauders tonight. And I'm sure one of the equations also that adds in is the Marauders' forced turnovers.
Yeah.
Probably a lot, almost, I would say the majority of our forced turnovers are in that first half.
Yeah.
And then come second half, the defense just got to keep it up. That's one of the things we talked about during the halftime show last week, was we need to keep up these forced turnovers.
Yeah, the Marauders, like we mentioned, it's going to be a tough task against the Bradshaw Mountain Bears, as I mentioned. Nick, Coach JR, and also Coach Anquiano and Coach Eric Casada all have gotten an opportunity to play under Coach Young. I got an opportunity to sit down with Coach Casada in our Coach's Corner segment, and we'll take a look at that on the other side of this break. We'll be right back. It's going to be Bears and Marauders right here under the lights at Bright. You're not going to want to miss it right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. We will be right back.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
2 things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
Want to welcome you back here to the pregame show on KYBC and Verde Valley TV. I am sitting down with the quarterbacks and wide receiver coach for the Mingus Union Marauders. That is Coach Eric Casada. Coach, welcome on.
Hi, good for having me. Thank you.
Well, we're happy to have you. As we all know, last week, unfortunately, the Marauders suffered a loss to River Valley, a last-second reshuffle in the schedule. What's been the focus on practice this week?
Really just doing what we need to do to be successful, honestly. River Valley, we started out really hot, 15-0. Unfortunately, they made adjustments that we just couldn't capitalize on. And ultimately, our goal this week was to stop the option. Speed option killed us last week against River Valley. And it was just unfortunate just to see, after all the preparation we did for Combs, to just have, out of nowhere get one day notice to play River Valley. But so was life, but at least we got to play football that week.
You now focus your attention to a very tough opponent in the 4A Grand Canyon region in Bradshaw Mountain High School. What are you expecting from the Bears tonight?
Everything. Anything and everything. I know they're extremely well coached. I know there's no lost love between Mingus and Bradshaw, that's for sure. I know it's a very heated rivalry, but in all seriousness, I know that they're going to bring everything that they have to the table. I know that they're going to come out, very intense, ready to go, and they can expect that from us as well, though.
And then, of course, as you mentioned, they are well coached. They're well coached by Bob Young, the former Marauder head coach. Your former head coach, you played under Coach Young when you stepped on the field for the football team. What's it going to be like coaching against Coach Young for the first time ever? It's
to say it's not going to be weird is an understatement, but it's going to be very weird, I'm sure, for him and for Coach Dixon as well to be on the other side looking towards the cave. But for me and, Coach Fernando and Coach JR, who all are now varsity coaches and now going to be facing him opposite, it's truly a blessing and an honor just because, I know I speak for them as well as I owe a lot of my athletic accomplishments as far as me as a person to Coach Young. And I know that from our end, there's no hard feelings, bad blood whatsoever because, at the end of the day, it's just a game. It's football. And it's gonna be different, but I'm looking forward to it. I know the boys are. I know it's gonna be very weird for them as well because some of them had them as freshmen, and here they are now as seniors. But it's gonna be a really good game. I'm looking forward to it, and I look forward to shaking Coach Young's and Coach Dixon's hand after the game.
Well, we're looking forward to it as well, Coach. The Rave in the Cave, as it has been called, as Coach Bob Young makes his return to Mingus Union High School. The Mingus Marauder quarterbacks and wide receiver coach Eric Casada, thank you very much, and good luck in tonight's game.
Hey, thanks for having me. Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break. Pregame will be right back right after these messages. Don't go anywhere. I want to thank Coach Casada for coming on the Coach's Corner and talking with me for a little bit. And as we all know, he's going to be coaching against his old coach tonight. And I know a lot of Marauder fans in the stands right now are going, it's a little weird to see Bob Young on the opposite side.
Yeah, wearing that Bradshaw Mountain gear, it sure is. And walking in the stadium, I saw him his pregame. He's just kind of standing on the sidelines. It was only him, and I was thinking to myself, man, that just doesn't look right. But, hey, it's just the other side of a football field.
That's right.
And I know Bob's going to be sharp tonight. I'm sure he's got a great game plan against the Marauders. And likewise with Doug Provenzano. Doug knew the circumstances coming into this game tonight.
Coach Provenzano, very aware of the history of Coach Young and this program. He himself wants to make a stamp here. We know that he was able to get the Marauders their first victory since 2018 against Mojave. They're looking to do it tonight against Bradshaw. And Nick, what do they got to do so?
Well, go back to that forced turnovers that the Marauders were killing. They were doing a great job forcing turnovers. And like we talked about, it's the first half. Yeah. So we got to extend that throughout the whole game. These guys got to be relentless the entire game. We've seen a lot of spurts, especially against Mojave, where the Marauders' defense is buzzing all over the field, or they're flying. And that's back to our legacy days when we were winning the Grand Canyon region title over and over and over. And that's what you have to do, is you have to have defense that just flies around the field, gang tackles, and that's what we've seen glimpse of. We just need that to carry on a little bit more tonight. We've been pretty smart fundamentally on offense. Zach Harrison's phenomenal quarterback.
Zach Figgy playing great too.
Yeah, Figgy playing.
Both Zachs.
Yeah, these seniors, and boy, they're coming through right now. Figgy's, we haven't even talked about his passing stats yet.
No, we have not yet.
But he's perfect. He's got an outstanding quarterback rating, so maybe we'll get a treat, right? But that's what we've been waiting for. But no, it's going to be a good one. Doug versus Bob tonight.
It very much will be. The old reign versus the new reign. Who will reign supreme in the battle of the cave? The Rave in the Cave here at Mingus Union High School. We're excited. We're ready to go. We're only moments away from the players running out of the tunnel. Then we'll do the national anthem, then the coin toss, and just before you know it, Nick, we'll have the kickoff. The Marauders did play Bradshaw last season. Did not go the way the Marauders wanted it, 64-7 in their first game without former head coach Robert Ortiz. Coach Eric Casada having to take over for that during that game. As you can see, the guys right there in the tunnel getting ready to go. That last time against Bradshaw, again, 64-7 loss. Zach Harrison, 9 for 24, 83 passing yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He led the team in rushing with 64 yards. You look at last week, a little bit better improvement for Harrison, 6 for 14 against the Dust Devils of River Valley, 117 yards passing and 1 interception for Harrison. Now, granted, no touchdowns for Zach Harrison. It was actually Drew Meyer who was carrying the load for the Marauders, and they're hoping that Meyer can do so tonight against the Bears.
It started out with Drew Meyer's kick return, which was absolutely phenomenal. He almost took it to the house last week, so might as well let Drew collect some of them touchdowns. I mean, he earned them. And boy, yeah, it's you're talking about last week's game. just got to finish that second half. And then you comparing to last year's game against Bradshaw, yeah, that was a good team. Bradshaw had a great team last season, and boy, I know they were over 500, well over 500 last season. A lot of seniors and juniors, and I believe it's the same this season. So those guys have all moved right on up into those spots, ready to play.
They have transitioned from Coach Muller to Coach Young quite easy. As we mentioned, one great coach to another great coach. It's a seamless transition over there in Prescott Valley for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. They want to get back up top the region, knock off Coconino, knock off Flagstaff. I know the Marauders want to do the same. It'll be interesting next season, as of course the Marauders do need a victory to get back into the playoff talks right now, but just kind of briefly looking into next season, these two teams are probably going to be at the top of the region.
And pretty even compatibility-wise. I mean, at least comparing some of the scores. Now, we haven't played Lee Williams. Bradshaw did last week.
Right.
But you compare scores against Flagstaff, really close. Bradshaw barely lost that game in overtime.
Yep.
And then Mingus barely lost to Flag 7-0.
7-0, yeah, very, very close victory, or for the Flagstaff Eagles, that is. As you can see, we go down to the field. The Marauders getting ready to run out of the tunnel. The Marauders looking for a victory, a bounce-back victory after last week's loss to the River Valley Dust Devils, 15-22. As I mentioned, the Marauders have allowed 0 points in the first half. In the second half, they've allowed 29. The Bradshaw Mountain Bears have scored 70 points in the second half. Nick, they need to be sharp in both periods, both halves, first and second, if they want to find a victory tonight.
Yeah, we can't let that statistic kill us, and that's, when you're looking at it on paper, that will kill us. Bradshaw scoring a ton in the second half, and the Marauders giving up a ton in the second half, but Marauders just have to clinch down and play some really hard-nosed defense. Go back to that flying around like we've seen the glimpse, and you would think that the more the season goes on, the Marauders will be doing that.
The Marauders are getting ready to go. The rave in the cave with Bradshaw Bob and the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Just moments away, we will have the kickoff. We will have the coin toss and the national anthem before the kickoff. Of course, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but the Marauders getting ready to charge out of the field. And Nick, I may not have been here for the history, but you can feel a different energy in the stands tonight with Bob Young on the opposite side.
Yeah, most certainly, and Bradshaw's got the stands packed over there as well. It's going to be a good battle of the mountain here, and Marauders, you bet, Philip, they're fired up. Coach Doug Provenzano's got these guys ready to go, trying to beat that old legend here, Bob Young.
What side of the mountain will reign supreme, the Mingus side or the Prescott side, as here come the Marauders out of the helmet and ready to go for another Friday night matchup as they look to get back into the win column, back into playoff talks, get a victory against Bradshaw, and then focus their attention next week to Lee Williams when we travel to Kingman to take on the Volunteers.
Going to be interesting. Bradshaw handled the Volunteers fairly nicely, so we'll see how we match up tonight against the Bears. And boy, Philip, this is two teams in the Grand Canyon region that always go either winner or runner-up or just get knocked out. So two really, really good teams in Bradshaw Mountain and Mingus tonight.
Do want to remind you, of course, our all-decade team is still going strong. Want to thank all of you who have been voting along with us throughout these past 3 weeks. We're going to keep pushing forward with defensive line. We do have our offensive line starters as well as our quarterback, which we will talk a little bit throughout the game. But for right now, defensive line will be live on myradioplace.com/Mingus. And we want to thank Graham's Integrity Auto Sales and Reese's Tire Pros and Automotive for sponsoring tonight's game. And we want to thank Jennifer Griffin for sponsoring the coin toss. The State Farm Insurance Office of Jennifer Griffin is pleased to sponsor the Mingus Marauder coin toss. Stop by to see Jen for all your insurance needs at 545 South Main Street, across the street from Walgreens. have been We have been waiting for weeks to finally get this matchup, Nick, and here we are, the Bears versus the Marauders, and here we go with the coin toss. The State Farm Insurance Office of Jennifer Griffin is pleased to sponsor the Mingus Marauder coin toss. Stop by to see Jen for all your insurance needs at 545 South Main Street, across the street from Walgreens. Same location for 35 years. Visit www.jenismysfagent.com or email Jen at jenismysfagent.com for all your insurance needs. And we do want to thank, again, Jennifer Griffin for sponsoring our Marauder coin toss. And Nick, as I mentioned, we've been waiting so long, and now we're finally here. We'll see who decides to keep the ball, who will be kicking, who will be receiving.
And that's going to be Ott for the Bears and Figgy for the Marauders out there.
Zach Figgy, who we have kind of collectively agreed has the best hair on the team, for sure.
And by some of the rumors, the best sunglasses as well.
We've heard. The Marauders will go from left to right on your radio dial. The Bears will kick and go right to left, so the Bears will take it over in the second half. The Marauders will start on offense. Nick, last week we saw a huge return from Drew Meyer to start off last week's game against the River Valley Dust Devils. Tonight, they'll look to get the fireworks going early as they will receive on offense.
Yeah, and Drew Meyer's always going to be having a stellar game. We always talk about him always getting a few yards, no matter how soon he's getting wrapped up by a defender. He's able to fall forward and get some yards. And boy, it's I'd like to see Harrison maybe use the ground a little bit more like he did against the Bears last season. He ran for 64 yards in that game against Bradshaw last season. I'd like to see a little bit more of that because Harrison's got some good wheels. And boy, if the Marauders can get that running game going early, it'll open up the passing attack, and that's where I like to see Harrison get comfortable dropping back in that pocket.
As would I. We saw Zach throw a few passes last week that unfortunately were drops. Not bad balls, mistakes are going to happen, but we'd both love to see the Marauders go more to a passing offense here against the Bears, who we know are going to air it out a lot with their quarterback, Josh Grant. Just want to quickly thank some of our sponsors, Larry Green Chevrolet, Taylor Waste, and Yavapai Colleges. We are underway. Oh, man. We are underway here as Jonathan Sanchez returns it around the 5-yard line, cuts back around the 20, and will get dropped around the 22. And here we go, Nick. The Marauders will start on the 22-yard line, 1st and 10, and here comes Zach Harrison and the Marauders.
Yeah, and these guys are fired up. Colin Vashon leading his offensive line out there, and Marauders, let's get it out of the way here. I know these guys have got to be amped up, ready to get this first play going, and you bet Drew Meyer, Zach Harrison, these guys are in the zone, ready to go.
The first play of the Rave in the Cave, the return for Coach Bob Young, and I know this won't be the first time that Coach Young and the Bears will take on his former team with now Coach Provenzano in the helm. Marauders lining up 2 receivers on both sides. Harrison under center, man in motion. Harrison drops back, rolls right, looking to pass, right over the middle, and incomplete, in and out of the hands of Hunter Perkins on the right side near the sideline. Around the 30-yard line, falls incomplete. Ball will remain on the 22, 2nd and 10.
Boy, and that was Lee Lonan out there with a huge block. I mean, absolutely pancaked his defender while Harrison was running out, scrambling. So that's just a great job by the offensive line to give Harrison a little bit of time. And, Lee Locknane, and that's a great pancake block. He's going to be using that on his highlight reel.
So the first pass goes incomplete for the Marauders, 11:47 here on the 22-yard line, 2nd and 10. Harrison under center again, takes the snap, hands it off. Looks like that's Drew Meyer on the draw, right up the middle. Gain of about maybe 1 or 2 on that run.
Yeah, pretty typical Drew Meyer yards right there. It's just a nice little trap to the inside, and guards do a good job of getting the defensive line to move back a couple feet. And Drew able to get, if you can get 3 yards every carry, you're going to win the game because you ain't going to punt.
No, very much not. 3rd and 6 here. Harrison again under center. 2 receivers on the left, 1 on the right, man in the backfield. Harrison takes the snap, ball is loose, and he is tackled down for a loss right back at the line. Marauders do recover the dropped snap, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and I'm not sure, boy, Ilian Romero pulled so quick there. Ilian Martinez pulled so fast. I think he might have crossed legs there with Harrison. That's for a big guy pulling, that's really fast.
So it'll bring up 4th and 7, and Angelo Alvarez will punt. Ball spotted on the 25-yard line. Angelo sends it downfield. They'll take a hop around the 50, around the big M for the Marauders in the middle of the field. And it'll be number 55. That is Esteban Loreto, able to come up with it.
Yeah, smart play by Loreto not to let that ball keep bouncing backwards to give Bradshaw great field position. That's a smart play. Well, and here we go, only getting 3 yards on that opening drive for the Marauders. Defense is going to have to show up big, and we talked about the early turnovers. It's time for these guys to start buzzing around out there on the first series.
Coach Neil Dixon's defense showing out early, 1st and 10 on the 49. Right near the M, Grant in the shotgun formation. Acuna right next to him, takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Elijah Acuna right up the middle. Marauders stop him right back at the line, right at the 50-yard line. No gain on that play, 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 49-yard line. 10 minutes and 24 seconds left here in the first quarter.
And thank you to Ilian Martinez and Anthony Islas out there not letting any blocks come through the middle, just stuffing up the offensive line.
So now to be 2nd and 10 on the 49-yard line here in the first quarter. 10 minutes left here. Grant again in the shotgun formation. Acuna right next to him. 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Grant takes the snap, drops back, looks to pass, pressure coming on the right side, almost gets the shoelace tackle. Grant's going to force one to the sideline. We'll see if he made the catch. Marauders are saying he didn't. And we'll see where that ball is spotted. No, it is going to be an incomplete pass, but not a bad look from Josh Grant near the sideline around the 40-yard line. Does fall incomplete, so it'll bring up 3rd and 10. Marauders would love a 4-and-out to return the favor of the 4-and-out that they got.
Yeah, most certainly. And Bradshaw so far with no yardage on the series, and Mingus only had 3, so this is going to be a big 3rd down here. And yeah, you're right, both defenses coming out of the bat swinging here.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 10 on the 49-yard line. Grant again in the shotgun formation. Running back lined up to the left. That is Acuna. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Grant waiting for the snap, drops back, pressure coming. Grant right over the middle. It is complete for a 1st down around the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bears. That pass completed to number 30. That is Makai Pineda.
Boy, and what a catch by Kai. That's you can see a replay here.
Pineda.
Just a bullet by Grant. And that's a nice job. Grant doesn't let any of the Marauders get near that football. He rifles that. You can see another angle right here. Look how fast he throws that football.
Malachi Stevenson on the catch. Excuse me.
Boy, and Stevenson's got some good size to him.
Yeah, he does. It was a good catch. Stevenson, the 6'1 sophomore. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the 30 for the Bears. Grant with the shotgun takes the snap. Looks to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to run on the 30. Gets past the 35-20 and will step out around the 20-yard line. Another 1st down for the Bears.
Yeah, smart play by Grant there. That's a nice job of Grant scrambling to the outside, the left side, and getting out of bounds.
Down to the 20-yard line.
And it's going to be a 1st down for the Bears.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 now. About 9 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Grant again, shotgun formation. Acuna right next to him, 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Ball spotted on the 20-yard line. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left. They're going to hand it off right up the gut to Elijah Acuna. He's going to get 5 on that run. It'll bring up 2nd and 5 on the 15.
Yeah, nice job by Figgy. I saw him getting up out of the pile. I know there was 1 or 2 Marauders with him. Didn't quite catch it, but that's good. We got a swarm tackle, and yeah, boy, Acuna, he's pretty shifty out there. He's able to find just a small hole in between his offensive linemen and get a few yards each time. That's going to be scary.
So the ball on the 17, 2nd and 6 here in the first quarter. 8 minutes, 59 seconds left. Grant again. Waits for the snap. 2 wide receivers on the left. Rolls right. He flips it to the right side. Acuna trying to break tackles. He will get brought down right back at the line. The Marauders with another stop.
Yeah, and that's a great job by, I know Figgy's out there. Again, Anthony Islas, the big guy out there. Those guys chased him right to the sidelines, not letting Acuna get anywhere up the side.
So to bring up 3rd and 6 on the Marauders' 16-yard line. We take a look at that replay. Drew Meyer on the tackle.
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, you got to like it. You love to see it. See it a lot in high school.
You're seeing the big guys there on your screen. They're starting off the game on a good foot right now.
Grant in the shotgun formation. Acuna lined up right next to him. Grant's going to drop back, look to pass, right side over the middle. It is tipped and almost picked by Johnny Sanchez, but it'll fall incomplete. Pass intended for number 8. That is Grady Rose. Goes right through his, not through his hands, tipped out of his hands. 4th and 6. We'll see what Coach Young does. And Nick, I'll ask you, what does Coach Young like to do on 4th down? Does he like to punt? Or, he's close to the goal line. Is he going to go for a field goal, or is he going to go for it?
He's so tricky. No matter how I answer, I feel like it'll be the opposite. That's how tricky he is.
So 4th and 6 here on the Marauders 16. Grant waiting for the snap. Drops back to pass. Looking for a man again over the middle. It is incomplete. Huge stop from the Marauders. Johnny Sanchez able to get in front of that pass, bring down his defender before he can get even his hands on it. It goes incomplete into the back of the end zone. Marauders will take over on the 16, 1st and 10.
Man, you can see the replay there. All you DBs out there, that is phenomenal work by Sanchez. Just wrap your guy up, make sure you tackle him. And, boy, yeah, that was just out of his hands, and he couldn't hang on to that one. But give all the credit to Sanchez, reeling him in, because if Sanchez isn't taking him down, he comes up with that.
Harrison again under center, takes the snap, drops to pass, looking for the sideline for Freddie Jimenez. It's going to go a little over his head, out of bounds. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here on the 16. That pass intended for Freddie Jimenez along the sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Hey, I kind of like throwing the bomb early on. The offensive line gave Harrison some time, so why not try it?
You've got a big receiver in Freddie Jimenez who is 6'2", 172, and I walked by Freddie. It looks like he's more like 6'5", but quite an athletic receiver. Was targeted a few times in the game against River Valley, and hopefully the Marauders can get him going. Harrison again under center. Men in motion. Figgy's going to go to the left. Perkins again. 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Harrison drops back to pass. Pressure coming. Over the middle, it is complete. That's going to be Johnny Sanchez. There is a flag on the field. He's going to get brought down around the 20. Should be a gain of about 3 on that completion to Sanchez on the slant route.
Yeah, we got a flag on the play. You're going to see the replay here. I think they might be calling Lee Loughnane for a hold.
They did.
And you just saw the replay there. That's a pretty great play by the offensive lineman. He did get his hands up a little high, but you can see what I was talking about earlier in the game where he just pancaked the guy, and he almost did it there. Just got his hands up too high, throwing him down, and the ref saw that, so threw the flag.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10, back to Marauders 5 yards, 6-yard line. So it'll be a hold on the Marauders, as we mentioned. 7 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ball spotted on the 6-yard line, 2nd and 20. Got to make up a lot of ground here. Harrison under center, man in the backfield, 2 men in motion. Receivers on the right, 2 on the left. Harrison takes the snap. Again, going to look to pass. Rolls out, flushed out of the pocket. Short pass to Jimenez is incomplete. Looking for Freddie Jimenez on a short route to the right side. It'll fall for an incomplete pass, 3rd and 20.
It's almost a coverage sack because you can see, on the replay here, that's a great job by the offensive line giving Harrison time. Again, you're going to see another pancake by Loughnane right there. And basically, the DBs are covering so well that he doesn't have anywhere to throw the ball to. Harrison's back there scrambling for somebody. Nobody's open, so that's a great job by the Bears DBs.
It'll bring up 3rd and 20 on the 6. Marauders looking to move the ball, get a first down here, and try to keep the Bears away from their own goal line. Harrison under center, and it looks like Harrison's going to take a timeout. So timeout, Marauders will take one as well. 7 minutes, 18 left here. The Marauders on the 6-yard line, 3rd and 20 when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
It'll It'll bring up 3rd and 20 here on the Marauders 6-yard line. 7 minutes, 18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Philip Catafamo alongside Nick Yetsenko. Want to welcome you here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. It is Marauders versus Bears. Mingus versus Bradshaw Mountain. And right now, Nick, we're seeing a pretty good defensive outing from both teams. We'll see who's going to score first. 3rd and 20 on the 6. Figgy and Perkins on the right. Jimenez and Sanchez on the left. Harrison drops the pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to have to pass. He's going to force it to the sideline. It is incomplete.
Yeah, boy, nice job again by the Bears DBs. These guys are playing great coverage, and the Marauders are going to have to win some better field position, maybe stop the fundamental penalties, which we called earlier. Lee just got his hands up a little too high, which caused him to go all the way back. And when you play so far back like that, I mean, Bradshaw knows there's a pass coming.
Right.
You know there's a pass. Unless you got a bread and butter running play, that's going to be a pass all day long, and Bradshaw played it well.
So to bring up 4th and 20, we will see Zach Figgy punt it away, or actually Angelo Alvarez is going to run in and punt it away. Alvarez, another guy who we've seen all over the field as a running back, as a receiver, as a defensive back, as a kicker, or a punter, I should say. As he sends that one down around the 40, it's going to take a hop and roll out of bounds. Oh, it's going to stop at, there it is. It's going to stop on the 48-yard line. That is the
Alvarez, he had quite a week last week. We talked about it kicking. That got him player of the game. And,
yeah.
I mean, you just saw that. That's almost a 50-yard punt. That's phenomenal in high school football. And, boy, he's given his defense some room now. I know Bradshaw's got it, just over the 50, but all in all, for being as backed up as they were, that's a great job by Alvarez.
This will be on the Mingus 49. 1st and 10 here, 7 minutes left in the first quarter. They're going to hand it off. It's going to be a keeper for Grant. Grant's going to go left side. He's got some room to run. Dodges a few tackles, scrambles out of bounds, is able to just barely get over. We'll see if he gets the first down. He falls out around the 38-yard line. We'll see if it's enough for a first down. You can see the play action, the fake handoff to Acuna, and then Grant takes off on the left side, dodges a few tackles, and falls right out of bounds. So it will be 1st and 10. Ball spotted on the 38-yard line. 6 minutes, 53 left here in the first quarter.
And, boy, Grant is quite the athlete. I mean, you saw it there. He's real fast when he gets to the outside, and he's number 2 on their team for rushing. So Marauders have got to keep that in mind.
Grant, shotgun formation, takes the snap, drops the pass. Looking, got a man wide open on the right side. It is complete and caught in there for a touchdown. It's the Bears who strike first. Ruben Solano with the touchdown for Bradshaw. They take an early lead.
What a pass by Grant. Nice job by him just dropping back in the pocket. You're going to see the replay here. Just DB got a little bit behind him. Grant, nice ball. It's going to hit Solano right in the fingertips.
I take that back. That is Makai Panetta. Gosh. So Makai Panetta with the catch and the touchdown. Kind of difficult to read some of these numbers on these Bradshaw uniforms. But an early strike for Bob Young and the Bears. 6-0 here with 6 minutes and 46 left on the clock. Grant able to punch in the extra point. That'll give him a 7-point lead. Coach Doug Provenzano's got to respond here early on in the first quarter. 7-0. Bears lead the Marauders. Mingus will take over offensively on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle. Get Gettles and go Marauders.
Josh Grant sends it down the field as the Marauders look to strike back after an early touchdown from the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. I'm Philip Catafamo alongside Nick Yetsenko. It is Marauders versus Bears here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. 1st and 10 for the Marauders on the 20. Nick, their last offensive drive did not go the way they wanted. They had to punt at the goal line. But here they are, 1st and 10 on the 20, and they're down 7.
Yeah, time to crisp it up on the offensive line. Let's open up some holes and get the running backs downfield a little bit more. You got to average more than a couple yards a carry. I do like the fact that we kind of went for the long bomb on that last series. Might see some more of that.
2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Harrison under center, takes the snap. He's going to drop to pass. Now they're going to hand it off. That's going to be Drew Meyer on the left side. Meyer barreling his way for a 6-yard gain.
An outstanding job by Drew Meyer. I'm pretty sure Harrison fooled both of us up here. We thought he kept it, and Drew Meyer right to the outside. It's a great fast run, and of course, taking a few Bears down with him at the end of that run.
Meyer last week had 141 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 46 receiving yards against the River Valley Dust Devils in a 15-22 loss for the Marauders. And a big run for Drew Meyer.
Boy, and that's all going to come back. I didn't catch a number, but it is going to be a personal foul on the Marauders.
Got to limit those mistakes early on,
that's
Nick.
What happened that last series. One mistake. It was a holding call that kind of, set them way back about 10 yards, and that was all it took. And now Marauders are in deep again.
So it'll bring up 2nd down for the Marauders, 2nd and very long. 2nd and 17 on their own 13-yard line. 6 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Marauders down 7-0 against Bob Young and the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. Harrison again under center. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Left side. That is going to be Johnny Sanchez trying to fight for a couple extra yards. He's going to get maybe 1 on that run. Short run for Jonathan Sanchez.
Yeah, and Sanchez, real shifty, really fast back. Real surprised he didn't bust through that line of scrimmage. Obviously, Bradshaw is doing a great job of clogging up that offensive line and not letting the running backs have any room.
Gain of 1 on the play, 3rd and 16.
Angelo Alvarez going to get the play from coach, come back in.
So it'll be 3rd and 17 for the Marauders on the 13-yard line. 6 minutes and 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Mingus have the ball on their own 13-yard line.
Harrison's getting back in that huddle, son. Let's go, boys. We got to drive this right downfield.
Yeah, the Marauders needed to make up some ground after that penalty that brought them back. A nice small gain from Drew Meyer to start off this drive. We'll see what they can do here. Harrison under center takes the snap. He's going to fake the handoff to Alvarez. Rolls out the pass. Completed over the middle to Figgy. Figgy gets it around the 25-yard line, looking for the first down. Spotted right around where Drew Meyer fell. So the Marauders making up some ground after that penalty, but Nick, it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, nice job by Harrison to find Figgy. Great blocking on the offensive line. And boy, Figgy does a nice job of putting his head down, going forward to get some more yards at the end of that.
So the ball will be spotted on the 27, 4th and 3 for the Marauders. On their own 27, Harrison hustling back over to the huddle with just a little under 5 minutes to go here. Or excuse me, I should say 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Had a little more time than just a little under 5 minutes.
And here's that tricky 4th down that the Marauders always have. I don't know if they're kicking or going.
Well, we'll see what happens. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. Marauders looking for that first down, barreling their way in it. A handoff up the middle will result in the first down for the Marauders. And of course, it was the bell cow in Drew Meyer.
Yeah, and I definitely see Anthony Islis out there leading the way, blocking. These guys did a great job of getting their defensemen down the field. That's an amazing first down by the Marauders. That's how you start. That's going to get you some momentum right there.
Mingus is going to have to go touchdown for touchdown against Bradshaw, because if they don't score here, it could be tough to try to hang with the Bears, but we'll see what the Marauders can do. As we mentioned, they made significant improvements from last year. 1st and 10 on the 32. Harrison's going to hand it off. We'll see if that run results in anything. It was a handoff right to the right side. Not too much on that run from, looks like Drew Meyer again. Only a couple yards, maybe about 1. So 2nd and 9 on the 32-yard line. The Marauder 32, a short handoff results in a small gain.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right, Phillip. You want to keep this real close. You're the Marauders right now. It's crucial to get some points on the board and stay right with the Bears.
2nd and 9 on the 33. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. Johnny Sanchez has got some room on the right side. Sanchez is going to get past the 50 and fall down at the 49. Another first down for the Marauders. This time it's Johnny Sanchez.
And Sanchez showing his speed out there. That's a great job by the offensive lineman to pull around the outside. You can see Martinez coming on and getting a good block, and Sanchez use that speed to get the first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Marauders on the 49-yard line. Big run from Jonathan Sanchez on that Outside run to the right.
It'll be crucial to get past midfield here, start winning that field position battle.
Harrison again under center, 3 minutes and 45 seconds left here. Perkins is going to go from left to right. They're going to flip it to Meyer on the left side. He's going to cut back, try to find some room, and get ran right into a whole bunch of white uniforms of the Bears.
Yeah, not before he's going to pick up maybe 2 or 3 they might give him here, and that's a good job by Drew. I mean, you saw he just took the handoff, and he didn't go all the way to the outside because he saw some of them white jerseys out there. So what you do is just cut it right inside, lower those shoulder pads, and try to get as many yards as you can. And, boy, that's what Drew's best at.
So a short gain of about 3 for the Marauders. 2nd and 7 here on the Bears' 48-yard line. Harrison under center, 2 men in the backfield. Harrison's going to hand it off left side. That's Johnny Sanchez again. And Sanchez is brought down right back at the line. No gain on that run.
Yeah, just couldn't beat the Bears to the outside on that play. Sanchez takes that and goes immediately to the left sidelines trying to catch the edge, but just not happening there. Bears do a good job of containing it.
It'll bring up 3rd and 9 for the Marauders on a loss of 2 on that run. Ball's back on the 50-yard line. Well, the Marauders were able to pick up a first down last time. We'll see if they can do it here. Harrison under center. Jimenez, the only receiver lined up on the left. Now it's Figgy and Perkins on the right. Another man in motion, that's Sanchez. Harrison takes the snap, looking to pass, rolls right. He's got Meyer wide open, or he's got Sanchez wide open. Pass is complete, and Sanchez goes out of bounds around the 40. What is that, the 43-yard line there, Nick?
Yeah,
not enough for a first down.
Not quite enough for the first down, and we'll see what Coach Provenzano is going to do here. It was a good job by Sanchez, though, again, on the receiving end this time. Like using the dual threat.
Yeah, Jonathan Sanchez gets that pass on the right side on the rollout from Zach Harrison. 1 minute, 40 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ball spotted on the 43, 4th and 2. Harrison takes the snap, looks to pass. Short pass left side to Sanchez. He trips, does make the catch, but does not get anything on it, so it'll be a turnover. They were trying to go for that quick pass to the left side from Sanchez, but he tripped as the ball was coming, so maybe slipped up a little bit on that turf. He did make the catch, but it doesn't go for really anything, so it'll be a turnover, 1st and 10 on the 43.
Yeah, and you can see him with his hands on his helmet there. He wants that one back. No sweat. The Marauders just got to shake that off, and I'm sure that's what Harrison was telling his big fellas. Hey, we'll just shake these off. You got to shake off those penalties and these early drives and come up with a big stop here.
It'll be 1st and 10 on the 49. Grant's going to take the snap, flips it left to Acuna. Acuna brought down. Brazen Derkalek able to get the tackle, no gain on the run.
Yeah, and that's just great work by Derkalek, keeping him to the outside. And he almost went right by Acuna, almost over pursued him, but didn't, and brought him right out of bounds. That's a phenomenal job by the DB.
2nd and 10 here. Coming down to just a few seconds left of the first quarter. 40 seconds left here. Ball on the Bradshaw 49. 2nd and 10. Grant awaits the snap. Running back lined up right next to him. Drops back to pass. Looks right. Over the middle. Looking for it. It is completed. Almost ripped out of the hands of Freddie Jimenez. And it is completed. That is Malachi Stevenson again.
Boy, and Stevenson with just a great catch. That's great focus because Jimenez almost got in there for the interception.
Yeah.
And, boy, he realized that. You're going to see the replay here. And, boy, yeah.
Just a pass right over the middle.
The Bears wide receiver does a great job of just stealing that football away, keeping it with his team and going upfield for some extra yards.
It'll be 1st and 10. We've got under 10 seconds left here. Ball on the 27. Grant's going to take it himself. He'll get a small gain of about 3 up the middle. And that should be enough to close out the first quarter. So when we come back, it'll still be Bears ball as they look to add on to their lead. They lead 7-0. Ball spotted on the 24, 2nd and 10 when we come back. Don't go anywhere.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Want to welcome you back. Here's 2nd and 6. Grant drops back. Pass to the left side is deflected and incomplete. So it'll bring up 3rd down here as we flip the field as we begin the second quarter. Ball on the 24-yard line. Philip Katafma alongside Nick Yatsinko. 3rd and 6 on the 24-yard line. 11 minutes, 54 seconds in the first quarter. Bradshaw leading 7-0.
Yeah, need more plays like Figgy just had, getting his hands up, his big paws up, and blocking that football. Not letting Grant get another completion.
3rd and 6. Grant awaiting the snap. Takes it. Looks to pass. Left side is in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. Makai Pineda.
Yeah, and just through the hands of Pineda on that. And Jimenez not ready for an interception just quite yet, but almost had it. It flew right by him. And, boy, if you're the Marauders, huge 4th down here. You got to stop them and get turning the other way to get some points.
Makai Pineda unable to make the catch. It'll bring up 4th and 6 here on the 24-yard line. Marauders would love another 4th down stop. 11 minutes, 50 seconds left here in the second quarter. Grant looking to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to flush out of the pocket right. Here's defense comes in. It is incomplete. It is Zach Figgy.
Man, Figgy, what a great defensive play, and you can see it on your screen. He's getting the whole sidelines hyped up. It's time. Let's go. We got to get some more points on the board and tie this thing up. That's a great job by Figgy. You're going to see the replay here. And the offensive line for the Bears does a good job at giving them time. And Figgy just waits till he rolls out and says, you know what? Nope, not happening. Bolts right after him.
Able to read that pass beautifully as Grant, like Nick said, tried to roll out right. And Figgy able to get his hands on Grant, shut him down. We know Grant can do everything with his legs. A very talented quarterback. Do it with his arm, do it with his legs. And Figgy able to shut it down. The lettuce, getting the tackle.
Yeah, not when you're getting chased down by that head of lettuce right there. It's a phenomenal job by Figgy.
Harrison under center here, 1st and 10 on the Marauder 24. Harrison takes the snap, drops the pass. Pressure coming. Defense coming in. It is incomplete as Harrison takes a big hit behind the line. He was able to get the ball out of his hands, hit the defender as he was coming in, and it'll fall incomplete and bring up 2nd and 10. And both teams, outside of that, of course, that receiving touchdown, have been playing some great defense.
Yeah, and a lot of credit right now goes to the Bradshaw Mountain Bears defensive backs because Zach Harrison's getting a little bit of time in the backfield. However, he just can't find an open Marauder. So these DBs for the Bears are on point right now following the Marauders.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10. We did see some laundry out on the field. Ball has not moved in either direction, so whatever the penalty may have been, it was called back. So 2nd and 10 on the 24 here. Harrison's going to drop the pass. His pass is immediate to the right side. Jimenez, as he's falling, makes the catch at around the 29-yard line. Won't be enough for a 1st down, but it gets the Marauders a little closer.
Oh, yeah, and that's all you need. That's a good catch by Jimenez. That was a low ball. Harrison's just trying to fire that one away because Bradshaw has played great defensively thus far. So good job by Harrison to find Jimenez.
3rd and 5 on the 29-yard line. The Marauders trying to get it to the Bears side of the field, currently on the Mingus 29. 3rd and 5 here in the second quarter, 10 minutes and 56 seconds left. Harrison, 2 men in motion. Still under center. Harrison awaits the snap, takes it, it's going to hand it off right side. Johnny Sanchez tries to cut back in, is immediately shut down by number 54 for the Bears. That is Michael Kelly, one of the guys that has been a big problem for the Marauders and has been a huge addition for the Bradshaw Bears.
Yeah, boy, and Bradshaw, just great defensive scheme on that. He kind of came through the center where Colin Vashon was, but Colin picked up another guy that was blitzing. So Bradshaw doing a few defensive stunts out here. And, Kelly just smashed Sanchez.
It'll be 4th and 6. Alvarez sends it downfield, trying to get it over the return man. It goes in and out of his hands, but Moy Hernandez able to recover it. Gets it around the 30, cuts back to the 35-40. Still going, gets brought down around the 42-yard line. So a good return from Hernandez. It'll bring up 1st and 10 on the 42.
Yeah, and you absolutely love, there's Zillion Martinez out there on the tackle, on a punt. That's outside. You see all the big guys really getting in on the tackle. That's awesome. Those guys hauling their butts down the field to get in on this tackle.
Well, a lot of credit to Moy Hernandez, able to dodge a few of those Marauder defenders.
Yeah, real shifty.
Yeah, very shifty. 1st and 10 on the Bradshaw 42 here. 9 minutes and 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Grant takes the snap. He's going to run it. Draw play up the middle. Grant's going to fight for almost a first down. A big run from the senior quarterback, Joshua Grant. Does not get the first down, but he's close, right at the 50-yard line.
You can see on your replay there, Grant does a great job of taking that shotgun snap, making it look like he's going to throw the ball. So he takes a little small stutter step backwards and then just takes off up the middle with it. So it kind of catches the Marauders off guard, and that's a good play by the Bears offense.
2nd and 2 on the 50-yard line. Grant takes the snap, hands it off. Acuna left side looking for that first down. Marauders able to swarm him and get him right back at the line. No gain on that run. Good defense from the Marauders, 3rd down.
Yeah, and that's the swarm tackling we're talking about right there. There's at least 3 or 4 red shirts on him, and there was nowhere Acuna was going.
So it'll be 3rd and 2. Ball remains on the 50-yard line. No gain on that run from Acuna. Right in the center of the field. 3rd down and 2. Grant awaiting the snap. He's got 2 receivers on the right, 2 on the left. He's going to take the draw up the middle again, and it should be enough for the first down on that quick scramble right up the middle from Grant.
Yeah, and that's going to be a deadly play for the Bears. A couple times they've run it, and it's been successful. You can see it here on your screen. Grant's going to do the same thing. Almost looks like he's going to go pitch it to the left, and then he fakes that and takes it right up the middle. So if you're playing on the outside and you're watching that, you got to know immediately when he takes off up the middle so you can go help your teammates out and tackle him.
1st and 10 here on the Marauder 47. 8 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the second quarter. Grant takes the snap, rolls right, looking to pass, pressure coming, looking for a man near the sideline, and is incomplete, in and out of his hands. Pass intended for number 23, that is Grant Sanders.
And boy, Grant rolled way back into the pocket. I mean, he went almost 11 or 12 yards back. You can see the replay here. Yeah, he went real deep in that pocket, able to find a receiver, just not able to hang on to it.
So it'll bring up 2nd and 10 on the Marauder 47. 8 minutes and 18 seconds left here in the second quarter. The Marauders, unfortunately, do break their streak of holding their opponents scoreless in the first half. 7-0 our score here as the Bradshaw Mountain Bears lead the Mingus Marauders. Grant is going to run. He's got Acuna as an option. Grant's going to keep going. Cuts back past the 40, able to get the first down, falls around the 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 on the quarterback keeper.
And boy, the quarterback keeper sometimes are the toughest place to stop because he's the guy that you're just not really accounting for if he's going to hand it off or throw the ball. But no, Grant's able to do it with his feet.
We'll take another timeout here. It's 1st and 10 on the 36 for the Bears. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
Welcome back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Philip Catafamo alongside Nick Yatsenko. It is 1st and 10 on the Marauder 36 here. The Bears with possession. We've got 8 minutes and 10 seconds left here in the second quarter. And Nick, you mentioned it. the quarterback scramble from Joshua Grant, the QB for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. It's looking good.
Really tough to stop.
Yeah.
It's super tough to stop because you even if you have a linebacker playing QB spy, just watching him, Grant's getting that football and faking a pitch, faking a pass, and then taking it up the middle. And by the time he does that, somebody's on him blocking. So Bears are looking sharp so far.
Grant takes the snap. He's going to roll out again, flips it left to Acuna. Acuna swarmed, brought down by Drew Meyer and Angelo Alvarez. A big loss and a little bit of help for the Marauders.
Yeah, boy, that'll put Acuna at almost about 6 rushes, and he's got almost 0 yards because a few of these rushes have gone for negative yards. Great job by the Marauders defense to swarm.
2nd and 10 here, again on the Marauder 36, or excuse me, the Marauder 40 as they get a loss of about 3. So 2nd and 14, actually. 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 7-0, Bears currently leading the Marauders. Grant in the shotgun formation. He's got receivers on both ends. Acuna lined up right next to him. Grant takes the snap, drops the pass, looks over the middle. It is completed. Not enough for a first down, but it will be completed. That is number 8. That is Grady Rose. And a little bit of movement for the Bears. Not enough for a first down. Will bring up 3rd down, but their offense again, Nick, is moving along.
Yeah, 3rd and really short. So they're putting themselves in a good spot, moving upfield on the Marauders. And yeah, just a nice catch. Almost bobbled that one at the end, but Marauders defense got to play a little bit sharper.
3rd and 3 on the 28-yard line. 7 minutes and 27 seconds left here. Grant under center, in the shotgun formation, awaits the snap. And there's some movement on the Marauders line. That should be enough to get them the first down. I believe it will be encroachment on the side of Mingus.
Ooh, tough one. That's a tough one, and just a kind of a fundamental error there. And the offense, I'm sure Grant was giving the defensive line a really hard cadence, and it worked. You've seen that might have been Martinez or Anthony Islis that just a little bit too antsy. Jumped on that, trying to get a good start to that play. And it's unfortunately going to be first down for Bradshaw.
It very much will be. It'll be 1st and 10 on the Marauder 28. Grant awaiting the snap, takes it, hands it off. Up the middle is Acuna. Acuna's got some room to run. He will get brought down around the 16-yard line. Not enough for a first down, but a good draw run from Elijah Acuna.
And Marauders defense do a good job of containing him at the end of that. You're going to see the replay here. And this is where Grant, you don't even know if he's going to pull that back and pass it, but Acuna does a great job of getting upfield. And you see the big guy, Anthony Islis, up there. The Marauders are swarming.
2nd and 4 here on the 16-yard line. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. Grant takes the snap, hands it off. Acuna, again, draw up the middle. Dirkolek had him, and the Marauders able to bring him down after a gain of about 3. Short run. It is enough for another first down.
Yeah, and that's a pretty good series there for the Bradshaw Mountain Bears. A lot of running, just a couple short passes. And Hunter Dirkolek, that's an outstanding play right there. I mean, unfortunately, the Bears got the first down, but real close to stopping them.
1st and 10 on the Marauder 12. 6 minutes and 9 seconds left here in the second quarter. We'll see if the Marauders can hold off the Bears and get a touchdown of their own before we head into halftime. Grant takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, takes it himself up the middle. Grant looking for a little extra, gets a couple yards on that run, maybe about 3. It'll bring up 2nd down, but not too far from that first down on the draw run by Joshua Grant.
Yeah, and you see that play starts out extremely similar to a lot of other plays where Grant's going to take this. You're going to see the replay here. He's going to take the snap, fake a handoff, and then take it up the middle. Now, the last play, he handed it off right up the middle. So, again, it's that tricky wing T style offense, and the Bears are doing a good job of executing right now.
Grant again awaits the snap. Takes it, hands it off, draw up the middle again to Acuna. He's going to get stopped just short, maybe a 1-yard gain on that run.
And the ball popped out at the end there, but you see the ref running in, pointing to the ground, so that must have been down by contact first.
3rd and 4 on the Marauder 6. Mingus needs a stop here with under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Grant awaiting the snap, takes it, fakes the handoff to Acuna, is going to take it himself. Grant going to barrel his way in, just shy of the goal line. We'll see if he was able to stretch in. No call. They're going to get stopped right at the 1-yard line.
Boy, and just deadly runs. The Bears have had some really good run plays, and Grant's behind these. It's again, we're going to talk about that all night, I'm sure, especially during the halftime show, is how are we going to stop Grant using his feet? Now, he's got a few great passing plays, too. So, really, it's going to be stop one and then the other.
3rd and 3. Grant's going to hand it off. Acuna just walks right into the end zone. Another touchdown for the Bears gives them a 13-0 lead. Joshua Grant will head back out to try to make it 14. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the second quarter. And Nick, Marauders going to need to make some big-time adjustments here if they don't get on the board before the end of this first half.
Yeah, seriously, Phillip. And Acuna deservedly gets that touchdown. I mean, he had a lot of runs during that series, not go for big yardage. And Bears put one at home again.
Grant will send it through the uprights. 14-0 our score. 2-touchdown lead for the Bears, as the Marauders will have 14-21 left here in the second quarter to try to score before we head into halftime. Don't go anywhere here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC, because we'll be right back.
Two things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Want to welcome you back here, 1st and 10. After that touchdown from Elijah Acuna. So it'll be the Marauders looking to get some points on the board here, Nick, as we welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. We've got 4 minutes and 21 seconds left here in the first half. The Marauders, in their first 3 games, and that includes a game against Flagstaff, they held their opponents to 0 scores. And tonight, they're playing from behind.
Yeah, we're going to have to flip that statistic we talked about in the pregame, where the Marauders give up more points in the second half. We're going to have to flip that around big time tonight against Bradshaw, because they already got a 14-0 lead on us, and they're looking pretty sharp.
Harrison under center. Takes the snap, hands it off. That is going to be a left side handoff to Meyer. Meyer brought down. Not enough for a first down. Just a small gain up the middle of maybe about 1. 2nd and 10.
And I like it. You never really know. That's definitely the Marauders' bread and butter. I mean, we've seen Drew Meyer, break through these holes the offensive linemen are opening up, and sometimes almost breaking it for touchdowns. So really, dropping back to throw a bomb downfield or going with your bread and butter, the Marauders are trying to do anything to open it up.
Harrison looking to pass. He's just going to barely get it off, but not even close to Freddie Jimenez on the left side. It'll bring up 2nd and 9. Ball spotted on the Mingus 21. 3 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the second quarter. We will be joined by Marauder swim coach Gretchen Westbrock when we head into halftime. We'll get a chance to talk with her. Got an opportunity to speak with Coach Westbrock and Coach Casada on this week's episode of Off the Bench, which you can check out every Friday morning on Verde Valley TV and every Saturday morning on KVNA 104.7 FM. Receivers on both ends, 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Harrison takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's got a lot of time to throw. Completed in and out of the hands to Johnny Sanchez. It'll bring up 3rd down. Marauders.
Yeah, that's
had troubles last week.
Harrison wants that one back bad. I mean, he threw it just behind Sanchez. Sanchez probably should have wrapped that one up, but it's a little bit tough when you got to go behind your shoulder to pick that up. And not to take anything away from Harrison, I know he's trying to fire that ball in there to get his team a first down. So just trying to be precautious and just too much zip on that pass.
4th and 9, the Marauders will punt on their own 21. Alvarez will send it downfield. Ball will take a hop around the 45. It'll look to roll a couple times and stop around the 38. 8-yard line. And we'll see what the Marauders can do. Defensively, they're going to have to stop Bradshaw. 1st and 10 on the 38. That is the Bradshaw 38. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second, Nick.
You know, Coach Casada, Coach Rault, and Provenzano down there, Coach Anguiano, they've been talking to these defenders each time they've been on the sidelines, and they're trying to get their game plan working because right now, Bradshaw, although it's only 2 touchdowns, they're looking to make it another one right here. And Marauders really got to stop these guys. That way we can get some points on the board and make this a closer game.
14-0 our score. Bears lead the Marauders. They've got the ball on their own 38, 1st and 10. Grant takes the snap. He's going to run it. Goes to the left side. Pressure coming. And able to bring him down. That is number 52. That is Curtis Glassman.
Yeah, nice job by Curtis. Way to follow that play. That's an outstanding job. He was blocked initially, and then he just kept following through on Grant, chasing him, and then ended up getting him down.
That was either Glassman or it was Calvin Miller. One's 52, one's 62. But either way, a stop for the Marauders on the 1-yard run from Grant. 2nd and 9 on the 38. Grant awaiting the snap. Receivers on the right, one on the left. Takes the snap, looks to pass. Pressure coming again. Grant's going to have to scramble out of the pocket, gets flushed out. Marauders trying to bring him down. He will finally get tripped up around the sideline and gets brought out of bounds. Small gain on the run, but not enough for a first down.
Yeah, that's a pretty smart play by the quarterback for Bradshaw there. He didn't have anything, so he just scramble out to the left and get a couple yards on that.
So just a couple yards on that run. 3rd and 7. On the 42-yard line, the Bradshaw 42, getting close to that 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Bears still up 14-0.
Big 3rd down here.
Big 3rd down. Grant awaits the snap. Takes it. Drops back to pass. Looks left. Now looks down the sideline for a man. He's got him. Nope. In and out of his hands. Incompleted pass along the sidelines. It'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, boy, and I'm not sure if that was Stevenson. I can't get that number quite yet, but that was a great job by Grant to fire that ball in there. Wow, Bradshaw almost came up with a huge touchdown play on that 3rd down. That was just in and out of the hands. And the Marauders taking a big, deep breath, wiping the sweat off their foreheads because it's time to get some points on the board.
Ball be sent down the field. Angelo Alvarez looking to turn something in for the Marauders. It is in and out of his hands on the return, and we'll see who picks it up. Alvarez was trying to run before he had it, and it fell out of his hands. He got hit. We'll see who ended up coming up with it in the pylon. Freddie Jimenez is down there. Alvarez is down there. We got a couple white jerseys for the Bears. They're saying they got it.
Boy, and it's going to be Bears football.
It will be Bradshaw.
Bears football.
It will be Bradshaw ball here on the... It'll be 1st and 10 on the Marauder 26 or 24-yard line.
Wow, what an unfortunate series of events there. Marauders looking to get some more points on the board and can't come up with that punt return, and Bradshaw's got it right back.
Grant takes the snap, looking to score. Didn't do it on his last drive. Pressure coming. Grant's got a flush out left. Pass to the sideline is completed around the 20. Not enough for a first down, but a good gain for the Bears. That pass completed to number 23. That is Grant Sanders again. Perkins on the tackle.
Good pressure by Figgy on the quarterback on that, too. Figgy almost got his hands on Grant, and Grant had to fire that one off pretty quick. But Marauders defense looking to tighten it up here. 2nd down and about 7.
Grant again, waiting the snap, takes it, hands it off Acuna. No, he's going to keep it himself, trying to go up the gut, unable to get it. And he is brought down, gain of about maybe 1 or 2. So the Marauders still looking for a stop here. Dirkolek on the tackle. 1 minute and 20 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Boy, and you know those Bears are running this clock down as much as they can with this run game, and it's working. They're getting a few yards each time.
3rd and 3 on the 17-yard line. Grant takes the snap, looks to pass, looks right, looking for his man. It is completed. There is a flag on the field. It will be enough for a first down, but we'll see if it comes back. It's going to be a holding call on Bradshaw. It'll push them back, and the Marauders can breathe a small sigh of relief. as that one comes back.
Yeah, and we got to capitalize on the mistakes and the drop balls by Bradshaw because, boy, they're playing pretty sharp right now, and the Marauders cannot afford to not capitalize when they got the ball.
I want to thank a couple of our sponsors here, Jones Ford Verde Valley, Suzy Q Market, Paquito Loco and Rice Accounting, Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, who also sponsor Off the Bench. And, of course, our all-decade team sponsors. Again, go visit myradioplace.com/Mingus. Go vote on defensive line. I want to thank Reese's Tire and Automotive and Graham's Integrity Auto Sales for sponsoring our all-decade team. Grant, awaiting the snap, takes it, drops back to pass, looking to make up some room from that holding penalty. It is over the middle, tipped, and almost intercepted. Perkins with some good defense, able to bring up fourth down.
Yeah, Perkins getting the defense fired up out there. I like it. Giving a little flex on the sidelines. You can see the replay here. Grant just has tons of time back there. And the Marauders DBs, you see Sanchez working on it out there. Perkins with the lick on the receiver, not letting him catch it. And that was a good job by the Marauders defense.
So it'll bring up 4th and 20 on the 32-yard line.
And that's that flying around that the defense just did on that play that we're going to have to carry on if we're going to have a chance to win this.
Marauders want to stop here on 4th and 20. Grant takes the snap, drops to pass. Looking over the middle again. It is incomplete. Marauders able to get a 4th down stop. They got 38 seconds left here in the first half, Nick. Is it enough time to put some points on the board?
Yeah, boy, they're at about the 37-yard line, it looks like. So they're going to have a nice lengthy field to go.
Well, it'll be actually on the 32-yard line. That is the Marauder 32, 1st and 10, 38 seconds left here. Bears still leading 14-0, as you can see right there on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard.
We'll see what Coach Provenzano's got up his sleeve here, trying to get some last-second points.
Harrison under center. We'll see if they just run it out. Waiting for the snap, takes it. Harrison drops the pass. Pressure coming on the right side. Harrison dropped as he lets go of the ball, and the Bear is able to pick it up. And a fumble recovery as the ball goes out of the hands of Zach Harrison as he's hit. He is fine, getting up slowly, but he's fine. It'll be Bears ball again, and as soon as they get the stop, unfortunately, you can see just great defense. A phenomenal defensive play by Mason Stoltz, number 88 for the Bears, to not only hit Harrison as he's about to throw. He was going right into that windup, but he's able to get the fumble. Bears pick it up, and now they're in a good position to score again.
Yeah, boy, Bears defense starting to turn it on, and that's the opposite the Marauders are looking for. They need a huge stop here.
Grant takes the snap, drops the pass, looking for something over the middle. It is completed and into the end zone. Touchdown again for the Bears. Moy Hernandez gets into the end zone for 6.
Boy,
and the Bears increase their lead.
Ball by Grant.
Oh,
what a
great
ball
pass
by Grant. You see the replay here. Grant, again, plenty of time. That offensive line's given plenty of time, and then it just walks right in the end zone.
23 seconds left here as Grant goes in to kick the extra point. 20-0 our score with 23 seconds left here in the first half. As Grant sends that one right through the uprights. He has been good all night, and the Bears would like to see him be good for the rest of the game. Marauders will get the ball one more time here in the first half. 23 seconds left. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Mingus will try to get on the board. Don't go anywhere.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Marauders looking for a big turn from Angelo Alvarez, who gets the return and brings the ball around almost the 50-yard line as we come back here. The Marauders on the kickoff return. Angelo Alvarez trying to fire up his team with a great return around the Marauder 48.
Hey, you can see the replay here. Angelo was not going to get denied. You see him running through a bunch of Bears tacklers, and you can see him at the end. He was trying to bear crawl through that to get more yards. Nice job by the Marauders, almost getting at midfield.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Marauders on the 43-yard line. 14 seconds left here in the second quarter. This should be the one of two of the last plays as Harrison will kneel it, and that will send us into the second half. And Nick, quite a task to be down 21-0 against Bob Young and the Bradshaw Mountain Bears.
Yeah, and credit goes to the Bradshaw Mountain Bears defense right now. Hands down, DBs for the Bears are just playing spot-on coverage, not letting the Marauders get open. And then on that last series, Marauders look like they have about a minute to go downfield, try to get some points, and they can't because the Bears force a fumble and get some more points on the board.
It is halftime here at Bright Field as the Marauders find themselves down 3 touchdowns, 21-0. As we begin halftime, Nick, the Marauders are going to need to make some adjustments if they want to come back and beat Bob Young in his return to Mingus Union High School. We will get a chance to talk with Mingus Union swim coach, Coach Gretchen Westbrock, on the other side of this break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
Beautiful smiles improve more than just your dental health. They improve your confidence and quality of life. Verde Valley Orthodontics, the office of Dr. Nick Booth, offering the highest quality of technical care while treating their patients with respect, courtesy, and compassion. One happy client stated, "I can't stop smiling." Read more amazing reviews at VerdeValleyOrtho.com. 2 convenient locations, Cottonwood and Sedona. Call 634-2121 to schedule your free evaluation today.
For 30 years, Rock Zoo screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Rock Zoo your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at ROKZooTees.com. Rock Zoo screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
Want to welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. We'll bring you a little bit closer here, Coach. We are joined now by Mingus Union varsity swim coach. That is Coach Gretchen Westbrock. Coach, welcome on to the halftime show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, we're happy to have you. There's a lot going on with the swim team right now. There's some big meets coming up at the end of this month. Yes. But more specifically, how's the team doing so far this year?
Fantastic. We just had our last meet of the season yesterday and had a big win over Fountain Hills High School, who we've never gone against. So we went 3 wins, 1 loss this season, and the swimmers just did fantastic. So
yeah, how funny. You guys go up against Fountain Hills for the first time. The Marauders went up against River Valley for the first time last week. So a lot of firsts for the football team and the swim team. Coach, any players who are looking to maybe make the next step in college or currently playing well, or I should say swimming well right now?
Yeah, we have quite a few, actually. We started with a large squad. About 45 swimmers came out. We kept a solid 40, which is really fantastic. Swimming is a a hard sport, not a high glory sport. And so to see that many stick it out this whole season has been really wonderful. I have some seniors that are moving on. None of them are going to pursue swim necessarily collegiately, although I have a couple who are swimming in college right now from previous crews, but a huge group of up-and-coming juniors. So I have a large class of juniors coming up into their senior year next year. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with them.
Well, as we mentioned, there are some big swim qualifiers coming up on October 30th and 31st, which you can watch right here on Verde Valley TV. Got a whole packed end of this month here. We've got on Friday, we've got obviously our football game will be on the road taking on Kingman, and swim in the morning, and then football, and then on Saturday we've got swim again, and then we've got volleyball as the Marauders take on Lee Williams on their on Halloween, not their senior night, but they'll be all dressed up. Should be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah,
we're excited about it. We're going to be hosting actually 7 teams we're up to that are going to be coming. It's the first time this season that they're going to have swimmers there. We've been doing virtual meets all season, so this will be really exciting. It's going to be different because we certainly have some regulations that we need to follow.
That's right.
But we're super thankful to the City of Cottonwood, Parks and Rec, just allowing us to host this for our swimmers.
Yeah, different regulations for swimming. Obviously, you're wearing a mask, so of course your players are more than likely doing the same thing. But the virtual swimming, which you and I did get a chance to talk about a little bit more extended in our Off the Bench interview, which you can watch right now on Verde Valley TV. But the virtual swimming was a little bit of a game changer for you guys, but worked out quite well.
It did, absolutely. So I wasn't sure going into it. So each team is hosting a meet at their home pool, and then whoever the host is calculating the results at the end of the meet.
Right.
And I thought, is this going to feel like a practice or a time trials? And it really didn't. I saw my swimmers really pushing one another, really learning to go against the clock, which is exactly what swimming is about.
Right.
You can't always pace off the person next to you. So they did a tremendous job. So even though it was different, I think we still had fun. We still had limited spectators, but still a lot of energy at the pool on those meet days.
Now, Coach, along with coaching the team, you also coach the Clippers, which is the sort of like combination club, youth. Really anybody who wants to swim can go join the Clippers. I know they're not swimming currently,
right,
but they will be back in 2021. If people are interested in joining the Clippers, where can they go?
Absolutely. So the Clippers, a great summer team. We start with signups in April. Start swimming in May and swim through August. Anywhere from, 5 years old. It really has to do with, not having fear of the water and some pretty basic good swimming skills.
Of course.
And then all the way up through, our 18-year-olds in high school. So, our last squad last summer, we had about 150 swimmers that were out there. So it's fantastic. Great sport to be into. It's one of those sports that you can do for the rest of your life.
Yeah, of course, and of course, everyone would love to learn how to swim. A very good life skill as well.
Yes.
Coach, one last question for you. I know you're also part of the administration here at Mingus Union. Yeah. What's been going on around campus? I know that the short answer is probably like not a whole lot, but is there anything going on currently?
Well, I would say, it's been exciting. This was a big week for us. We welcomed our freshmen on Wednesday, so we had our freshman day for this year, and then welcomed the rest of the student body on Thursday. And I would say that the general sense is everyone's just really happy to be here. I've heard a lot of teachers just comment about, the students they're the main ingredient to what we do. So having them back on campus, it feels really good, and just getting to talk with students, it's been pretty special. So excited to get going.
Yeah, well, we're obviously happy to get football season going. Swim season is coming to an end almost.
Yes.
We're getting close to the winter sports season, which should be a lot of fun. Again, October 30th and 31st, you can catch the 2-day qualifier right here on Verde Valley TV. Coach Westbrook will be there. We hope you join us as well. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more halftime here as the Marauders look to come back down 21-0 here in the first half. Coach Westbrook, thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
I want to welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. I want to thank Coach Gretchen Westbrock for coming on the program to talk about the incredible swim program here at Mingus Union and all the stuff going on around campus as some students return back to campus after remote learning. Nick, we got some stats to go over. We'll take a look at the Marauder stats, more specifically Zach Harrison, who is playing well, but just a little bit of things, a little bit more like little passes aren't really going his way.
No, that's okay. And he's got one fumble that we saw right at the end of the half where he got nailed. But you see his stats there, 4 for 10, 28 yards. Going to have to put up some more yardage. Really short passes that Zach's getting, and he's got some time in the pocket. We've seen some time. However, that Bradshaw defensive back unit is playing really well, not giving Harrison too much to look at. So maybe we'll see Harrison use his feet a little bit more the second half. Not quite sure what Coach Provenzano is going to make the adjustments in there right now, but Harrison's having an okay game, but needs to get more than 28 yards through the air.
Very much so, and the Marauders, of course, have handed the ball off a few times. Jonathan Sanchez has found some a little bit of success on the ground. Drew Meyer, of course, who is the usual go-to guy for the Marauders, not being as utilized currently in this first half. As we take a look at his stats, only 6 carries, 19 total yards on the ground for Drew. I know that Harrison, I mean, this was one of our criticisms from last week, which is the Marauders weren't passing a lot. But now it's kind of like, can we go back to the run a little bit just to turn it out, give Harrison a little bit more time to throw and go to the run to open up the passing lane. You see Jonathan Sanchez there, 3 carries, 20 yards.
Yeah, and Sanchez has had the bigger burst, if you will, 3 carries, 20 yards. So he's getting more yards at each carry he's got. But Drew Meyer, very, very typical Drew Meyer game where he's going to at least get you 3.5 yards a carry, not the biggest stats. So Marauders really got to work on that. And like you said, that's to complement that passing game, really need to get the running game started. And we've had a few nice-sized runs get called back. We had a nice pass get called back. So some of the fundamental penalties we're getting on the Marauders' offensive side is really killing us, and they got to clean that up the second half.
We'll see if the Marauders can make some adjustments here as we get ready for the second half here at Bright Field. Marauders down 21-0 to the Bradshaw Mountain Bears and Bob Young, and they'd love to get a victory. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. More football on the way.
Hi, this is Parker Jones with Jones Ford in the Verde Valley. At Jones Ford, we're proud Arizonans, we're proud Americans, and we are proud to serve our community. At Jones Ford, we offer an amazing selection of new Ford vehicles, and we offer pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. And we offer them all to you at a discounted sales tax, which will save you hundreds. I promise we are worth your consideration. We are Jones Ford, Verde Valley, Arizona's best.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
2 things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
And there they are, the Mingus Marauders currently down 21-0 here as we begin the second half. Nick, the Marauders currently losing to the Bears. Not something we've seen so far this season. The Marauders, of course, holding their opponents scoreless in the first half, and now they're the ones being held scoreless. But hopefully they can flip the table and score more points in the second half, as they do struggle a little bit in the second half. But we'll see what they can do going forward.
Yeah, and Coach Bob Young had a great game plan coming in back to the cave tonight. He's back, and he's on the other sidelines, and they're looking sharp over there. It's really coming down to the team is making the less errors. Is going to take away the more points here.
We do have our starting offense for the all-decade team that you have been voting on since week one. We want to thank all of you for submitting your votes as we take a look now at our starting offensive line and our quarterback. We've got a bunch of great names, of course. Fernando Anquiano. Coach Anquiano making the list at left tackle. Gabe Myers, Zach Moreno, Cordell McKeever, Brandon Howard, and Jordan Vincent is our starting O-line, and the quarterback, Jordan Upham.
Yeah, congratulations to all these guys. And hey, these were definitely the leaders on the team. And there was plenty more leaders that are not listed on your screen there.
Yeah.
But these guys were always in the weight room, always making it work. Tyler Herndon, Alex Nelson, Chaz Taylor, Eric Casada surrounding that offensive line. And boy, what a team that is. And deserved so for all those guys.
And, we did get an opportunity to talk with our local Mingus Union historian, Mr. Jackie Bessler, and he had some words about some of these players. Referring to Coach Anquiano, he said he was a go-to guy. Obviously, he's coaching the team. A guy in the trenches, a big-time fighter, a guy who never gave up on plays, always played from the first snap to the last snap, just a good guy to have on the squad, and now he's down there coaching the next generation.
Yeah, he's transitioning that right to these Marauders linemen down there right now. And, boy, they are lucky. Coach Anguiano is a phenomenal guy, and he knows his stuff when it comes to football.
Do want to remind you can go and vote for the defensive line for the Mingus Union All-Decade team, which is brought to you by Reese's Tire and Automotive and Graham's Integrity Auto Sales. As you can see right there, we need a few defensive linemen, and we've got a nice pool of players, including a recent player in Ryan Griffin.
Yeah, boy, we announced his name quite often last season.
Yeah.
And, boy, just to kind of go down the list, we got Matt Chavez, Trevor Galloway, Josh Scalf, Alec Eppinger. We got Ryan Griffin, who you just mentioned, Troy Carter, Isaiah Baker, Brandon Gregson, Jordan Wellborn. Boy, these guys... Man, all those guys were in the opposing team's backfield, just causing mayhem on the other team's offense. Those guys all did a great job, so get on there and vote for these guys. It's hard-earned.
MyRadioPlace.com/Mingus. Go ahead right now to go vote on the defensive line for the all-decade Mingus Marauder football team. And, of course, Ryan Griffin, whose mom is Jennifer Griffin, who has always been a phenomenal sponsor here and supporting Mingus football. We want to thank Miss Jennifer Griffin for sponsoring all year round. Sponsoring the coin toss, and a lot of fun watching her son play football last year. We hope that Ryan is doing well and succeeding at his next venture.
Yeah, as all these Marauders when they move on, and then they find themselves getting voted for the All-Decade team.
Yeah, there we go.
It's awesome to talk about these guys, and the praise just can go on and on and on. You really can. These guys were the leaders. They were always the first ones with their gear on. They were always the ones in the locker room hyping everybody up.
I remember watching Ryan Griffin hyping up the fans during the Mojave game when that game was close, running down the sideline. Angelo Alvarez will kick off to the Bears as we get the second half going here, 21-0, as it's going to be an onside kick. We'll see if the Marauders are able to pick it up. Did it travel 10 yards? I think the Marauders have it. An offside kick. The Marauders start with the ball.
Wow, huge play by the Marauders, and they are amped up. They're amped up down there.
Chest Bump City has made its return to Mingus.
Oh, man, and the Marauders they just let that ball go 10 yards. That's a perfectly executed onside kick by the Marauders.
We had seen it since week 1, that sort of huddle around the ball before you kick it, run up to the line, and then run back, and they finally go forward with it, getting the offside return, and now the Marauders will take over on the 50-yard line, 1st and 10.
Wow, all of a sudden the tide is flipped here. Marauders starting out with it.
Harrison takes the snap, hands it off left side. That's Sanchez. He's got some room to run, tries to break some tackles, and he will get brought down. Should be a loss of about 3. Thought he had some space, but the Bears doing a great job of finding some space and bringing Sanchez down. Second down. We do have a flag on the field. We will see who it is on.
And the Bears know they cannot let Sanchez get to that outside because Sanchez will hurt him if he can get to the edge, and the Bears do a good job of containing him.
So let me reset here. There was no flag on the field. 2nd and 14, ball on the Mingus 46. 11 minutes and 18 seconds here in the third quarter. Harrison takes the snap, drops the pass, has a lot of room. Pressure coming. Harrison's got to get rid of it. He'll just barely get it off to Johnny Sanchez. Sanchez with a great catch around the 45-yard line. Marauders not enough for a first down, but Zach Harrison, what a pass.
What great patience by Harrison. You can see the replay here. Harrison does a nice job of just looking around for receivers, holding on to it, and there is Sanchez. Sanchez, you can see the replay here. Yeah, boy, nice job by Harrison, just using those feet. And Sanchez coming up with a great catch. DB was all over him. And, boy, like we've been saying all game long, Bradshaw's defensive backs are just not giving the Marauders any room. But Sanchez didn't need any room there. He was able to bring that one down.
Sanchez able to make the catch. Marauders 3rd and 4 here on the 44-yard line. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Drew Meyer able to barrel his way in for a first down.
Yeah, nice job. Right back to the bread and butter after you open it up with a passing play, and all of a sudden the Marauders starting to build some momentum.
All right, 1st and 10 here for Mingus. Ball spotted on the 40. Here in the third quarter. They got to strike early and strike often here in this second half if they want to beat the Bears.
Time to flip that statistic that you mentioned, and Marauders being outscored in the second half. They're going to have to flip the tide here and start outscoring the Bears.
Harrison again under center. Man in motion, that's Perkins. Takes the snap, and we've got a flag on the field. So the play is called dead. 9 minutes and 47 seconds. Going to be a false start on the Marauders. And that's going to be another penalty for them, Nick. That makes 4 on the night.
Yeah, and Marauders just a little too antsy out there to get that play off. They got a lot of momentum on their side, so, all those guys are just chomping at the bit to get the next play going and hit their guy. Coach Provenzano talking it over with his quarterback there. Says, hey, we got to get downfield, man. Stop going the opposite way.
1st and 15. I know Zach's probably thinking the same thing. Ball spotted on the 45-yard line. 1st and 10. 9 minutes and 25 seconds left here. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. Meyer trying to get something up the middle. He'll get stopped. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2, but good defensive pressure from the Bears, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, and it's a tough one. You got a long way for the first down, but why not go with your bread and butter? Because what happens is Bears might be expecting a pass, and you're running a bread and butter play that these linemen know in and out, and sometimes the hole opens right up. It did not just now, and the Bears do a good job of holding Meyer for almost nothing.
We'll see what the Marauders do on 2nd and 13. Ball again on the Bears 43. 8 minutes and 45 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harrison under center. Takes the snap. Drops back to pass. Harrison rolls right. Looking for somebody. Barely gets it off before he's hit. Looking for Freddie Jimenez. And he doesn't catch it. It is incomplete along the sideline. Jimenez almost, not necessarily had it, but had a good look at the ball, but good defense on the side of the Bears to deflect that pass.
And it was almost just a game of who jumped at the right time to catch that football, and Jimenez almost won the battle. Just couldn't, but yeah, Bears DB goes up thinking he's going to intercept it, but that ball had a lot of hang time on it because Harrison was getting pressured. big time. He's lucky he got that one off.
Yeah, a lot of credit to Zach Harrison just to get that one off in general. Got to bring up 3rd and 13 for the Marauders again on the Bears 43. 8 minutes, 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harrison hustling back over to the huddle. Got the play from Coach Provenzano. We'll see what the Marauders do. And we will have a timeout. So timeout on the side of the Marauders. The first timeout for Coach Provenzano in the second half. 3rd and 13 on the 43 when we come back. 21-0 Bears. 8 minutes, 28 to go.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
3rd and 13 on the Bradshaw 43. Want to welcome you back here to Verde Valley TV and KYBC. 21-0 our score with 8 minutes and 28 here in the third quarter. And Nick, the Marauders got a score. They've held possession so far for the majority of this second half. Of course, we just started the second half, so it doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot, but Mingus need a quick score here and a stop and another quick score to get back in this. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. It's going to be Angelo Alvarez on the left side trying to fight his way. Ball is loose. We'll see who picked it up. And it looks like it's going to be Bradshaw with the ball. And yes, it is. It is Bradshaw ball. Ball is loose. Alvarez unable to hang on to it as it gets poked out at the last second.
Boy, and you can see Angelo is just trying to really make something happen there. It's a good job by him getting to the outside, trying to cut it up, and that was Giggy on the tackle. Good job by Giggy to wrap him up.
James Giggy able to get the forced fumble. Now to be 1st and 10 for Bradshaw. So Mingus rolling a little bit, cut short by that fumble from Alvarez. Grant takes the snap, going to keep it himself on the right side. Getting past the line of scrimmage, and will go out of bounds along the sideline around the 45-yard line. So a small gain for Grant using his feet again.
Yeah, and that's going to be the knife that twists for the Marauders, is Grant using his feet, because we already know he doesn't have the most completions, but the completions he has are big gains, huge gains. So that really opens it up for him to pass it. But you don't need to pass it when you got feet like Grant does. It's a great job by the quarterback, taking it upfield, getting his team some yards.
2nd and 6 here. Grant's going to take it himself again on the left side. Figgy brings him down right back at the line of scrimmage. Good read from the Marauders defense. No gain on that quarterback run.
Yeah, they're going to mark it off a little bit of a loss, too. That's a great job by the Marauders defense to get some of those yards back.
So Grant unable to go anywhere as Figgy just comes up from the right side, is able to get the tackle. And Zach Figgy's been doing a great job in his senior year here at Mingus Union High School. So it'll be 3rd and 8 on the 42-yard line. That is the Bradshaw 42. 7 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the third quarter. Grant looking to pass. Has a lot of time. Over the middle. It is incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. Not a bad ball from Grant, just a little bit too far over the head of his receiver, Grant Sanders.
And nice job by Hunter Perkins. That was a good job on the coverage there. Didn't really give Grant anything. But, yeah, I mean, both offensive lines are playing outstanding, both Mingus and Bradshaw. Bradshaw's offensive line just gave Grant a bunch of time again.
Yeah.
Grant's got a lot of time back there, and Marauders DB's coming up clutch.
4th and 8. Bradshaw will punt. We do have a flag on the field. It will take a hop around the 20 and go out of bounds at around the 18. But there was a flag on the field. We'll see where that goes. It'll be a false start on Bradshaw. So the Marauders get a little bit of a break here.
That's a big break because that was a great punt. That was a huge punt.
So now the Marauders, with another opportunity, they unfortunately cough the ball up. Alvarez, not his fault at all. You know, sometimes the ball pops out, nothing you can do about it. It happens. Alvarez has been playing great, not only on the defensive end, but as a kicker. Who knew that Angelo Alvarez had such a boot on him?
And his kickoff returns, you can tell he's running with a lot of anger out there.
He's gonna want to make it up. He's gonna want to make that fumble up. So we'll probably see either another run or maybe a designed pass to Alvarez, or maybe he'll just lay a nice hit on somebody. We'll see what happens. Should be 1st and 10 for the Marauders. The ball is spotted on the 50, but it will more than likely go a little bit closer. We may have another punt, as it was a false start, and I believe we will. So Grant will punt again. It's still 4th and 13 on the 42. So we'll get a redo on that punt as the Bears move back a couple yards. Ball's on the 37 now. 7 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bears leading 21-0. Grant sends it downfield. Alvarez picks it up around the 20. Trying to cut back, does so, but will get brought down. This time now at the 25-yard line. So the Marauders will look to get something going here. 1st and 10 on the 25.
Yeah, nice job by the Bears punt team, because that first punt, which was phenomenal, almost got them to the 18-yard line, and then they redid the punt because of that penalty, and they're only 5 yards ahead of that. So Angel Alvarez does a good job of trying to make something happen, but the Bears punt team does a much better job with the coverage there.
1st and 10 for Mingus on the 27-yard line. 7 minutes and 11 seconds left here in the third quarter. 21-0, Bears over the Marauders. Mingus looking to get some points on the board. Harrison under center. Meyer in the backfield. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. Going to be short and incomplete.
Yeah,
there is a late flag.
As long as you say flag, come in real late on that. And Harrison just kind of looked like he wanted to get rid of that real quick. I don't know if he saw somebody maybe blitzing or what he saw.
So we wait to hear what the flag was. We've got 7 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the third quarter. Hands to the face, illegal hands to the face. It'll be a penalty on the Bears. And the Marauders will move the chains.
Time to capitalize.
That's
right.
right.
Got to capitalize on this. Anytime. This has been a game of who's going to make the least amount of errors. So right now, Marauders, if they're going to get this first down here, it looks like they're coming close to it.
They're maybe about a yard short of the first down. The ball is spotted on the Marauder, looks like the 37. So it'll be on the Marauder 37, 1st and 10 here. 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter. See right there on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard, 21-0. Want to quickly thank a couple more. They gave him the first down. 1st and 10 for the Marauders on the 37. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. Going to be left side to Sanchez, and he'll get brought down around the 40. Gain of about 4 or 5 on that run, but a good run from Jonathan Sanchez nonetheless.
Yeah, very, very shifty. Jonathan Sanchez is. Offensive line does a good job opening up a hole for him. You're going to see here on your replay. Sanchez, Ilian Martinez, it's a great job of moving his guy to the outside and letting Sanchez cut right in for 3-4 yards on that.
2nd and 6 on the Marauder 41. 6 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in the third quarter. 21-0 Bears leading. Harrison's going to look to pass. He was looking for somebody. He's going to scramble to the right. He's going to try to cut back and get a few yards, maybe right back at the line of scrimmage for Zach Harrison on that quick scramble.
Well, I'll tell you, it may not be the most explosive game for the Marauders offense right now, but Lee Loughnane is having a pancake stack today. He is all over his defensive lineman, throwing him to the ground and giving Harrison a ton of time. Nice job by the big guy out there. Just needs that offense to kind of step up to his level here and get the ball moving downfield.
Lee Loughnane, the transfer from Sedona High School, the 6'3", 300-pound senior. His father, of course, the trumpet player for the popular band Chicago. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. It's going to be up the middle. Oh, they got some room for Drew Meyer. First down up the middle. A huge gain as he gets brought down around the 40. Enough for a first down and a lot more for the Marauders.
And it's very, very nice to see Drew Meyer get a chunk yard play like that. That's a great job by the offensive line. Again, these guys are really starting to move the Bears around. And, yeah, Drew Meyer able to just burst upfield almost. If he doesn't lose his feet, he gets right into the end zone, I think.
I thought it was going to be a handoff to Sanchez, but Drew Meyer running up the gut for a big gain. Ball on the Bradshaw 42 now as Harrison drops to pass. Pressure coming. He's just got to get rid of it. It is intercepted. Picked off around the 30. Harrison literally just had to toss it up, aiming for the sideline. And Blake Hunenmeyer able to get the pick. Bears ball.
Boy, just a tough break there for Harrison. I think he thought he had enough on that, but he was getting plenty of pressure. You're going to see the replay here. Yeah, boy, the Bears had some penetration on the line immediately. Harrison just has nowhere to go but to just try to launch that. Just got to go to the sidelines a little bit more.
So it'll be 1st and 10 on the Bradshaw 41 for the Bears. They take over possession after that interception from Harrison. 5 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the third quarter. Want to thank All Price Insurance, Tiffany Construction, Roxu Screen Printing, and Verde Valley Orthodontics for sponsoring this game as we have a timeout on the side of Bradshaw. Coach Young sees something he doesn't like, so he'll take a break. We will as well. We'll be right back. 21-0 here with 5 minutes and 16 left to play in the third. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, this is Parker Jones with Jones Ford in the Verde Valley. At Jones Ford, we're proud Arizonans, we're proud Americans, and we are proud to serve our community. At Jones Ford, we offer an amazing selection of new Ford vehicles, and we offer pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. And we offer them all to you at a discounted sales tax, which will save you hundreds. I promise we are worth your consideration. We are Jones Ford, Verde Valley, Arizona's best.
1st and 10 on the Bradshaw 41 as they take over here in the third quarter with 5 minutes and 16 left. Grant takes the snap, hands it off to Acuna, and Figgy with a big stop. It's going to be a huge loss for the Bears on that run. Zach Figgy doing a great job as we come back from the break.
Figgy almost giving him the suplex out there, and it looks like he might be down after that huge tackle, so hopefully he's all right. But, yeah, nice job by Figgy getting in the backfield and, boy, just dropping Acuna.
Figgy hops back up, takes a little bit of a stumble, but he's okay. Happy to see Figgy back on his feet, moving around for the Marauders. Maybe just tweaked something a little bit. He is kind of limping to the sideline, but I'm pretty sure he'll be all right. Coach Provenzano going over there to check out his star linebacker. Zach Figgy having a great season so far for the Marauders in his final year here at Mingus.
Yeah, you see Coach Provenzano giving him the tap on the helmet. Nice job in there, Zach. He's doing a great job. And that right there was a textbook tackle, and way to get your Marauders a nice tackle for a loss.
After that 7-yard loss, it is 2nd and 17 on the Bradshaw 34. Grant looking to pass, looking for something huge along the sideline. It does not fall into anyone's hands. It goes incomplete. Pass on the right side, takes a hop around the 30 into nobody's hands. It'll bring up 3rd down and 17 on that incomplete pass. 4 minutes and 56 left here in the third quarter, 21-0. Again, ball will remain on the Bradshaw 34.
And Grant, again, plenty of time to throw the ball. The Bradshaw offensive line gave him plenty of time. And, boy, he was just in the zone there. Like we saw earlier with Zach Harrison, he just rifles that football, and it goes over everybody's head.
Grant waiting the snap, takes it, drops back to pass, looks right, pressure coming over the middle again. It is incomplete. 4th down, and the Marauders looking for another 4th down stop.
And boy, I'll tell you, these quarterbacks are really whizzing that football around. These are really hard passes you typically don't see in high school, and I think it's just because of how great the coverage is playing on both sides of defense. The DBs are playing outstanding, both sides for Bradshaw and Mingus. So if you're a quarterback, you're really trying to rifle that ball in and not get picked.
Is that not actually the definition of high school football, is seeing Grant as the kicker, the punter, and the quarterback? And also the running back in a lot of weird ways?
So all-around athlete playing all the positions and doing a great job of it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Marauders as Zach Harrison looks to shake off that interception. You can see him right there talking with Coach Provenzano. Getting ready to hustle back in there and try to get the Marauders on the board again. You can see on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard if you're watching on Verde Valley TV, but if you're listening on KYBC, it is 21-0. Bears currently on top of the Marauders. 4 minutes and 44 seconds left here in the third quarter. Provenzano getting Harrison and that is number 50, that is Ian Contreras, fired up here. We'll see what Mingus does here with 4 minutes and 44 seconds left. Harrison under center, takes the snap, Runs into a man, hands it off. It is going to be Sanchez, and Johnny Sanchez has got some room to run, but he'll get stopped after the 5-yard run. Not enough for the first down, but a good run from Johnny Sanchez.
Yeah, and Sanchez, the Bears are very thankful he didn't find any open room because he's so fast and shifty when he gets out there. You can see the Bears actually had a one tackler on each leg for Sanchez. That might be the only way to bring him down.
You almost have to anchor him because he's so fast.
That's right, and the Marauders get 5 on that.
So getting close to under 4 minutes here. Ball on the Marauder, the Marauder 20. Harrison takes the snap. Looks like the ball is loose. Harrison able to... There's a fumble on the play. Looks like Bradshaw fell onto it. The snap, not sure what happened, but...
We're going to see the replay here. That was a super fast start by the Bradshaw defense. Oh, you're right. There's a fumble right off the snap.
Yeah. Right into the hand. It seems like it may have hit Harrison's hands, and before he could grab onto it, the ball was loose. So now the Bears will take over on their own 20. 1st and 10 with 3 minutes and 54 seconds left. And, Nick, they're knocking on the door of another touchdown.
Boy, and the Bears have been capitalizing. Marauders so far holding them out of the end zone this second half. They need to keep that streak up.
Zach Figge returning to the field. Happy to see him back playing. Grant waiting for the snap. Takes it, hands it off. Acuna up the middle. He'll get brought down, but not after a 6-yard gain on that run up the gut. Good run from Elijah Acuna.
Yeah, and you know Bradshaw is going to be running that football an awful lot. They haven't had the most success passing, just chunk plays, but you can see your replay here. Acuna does a great job just following his lineman right upfield. Just says, hey, I'm going to hide behind you guys and just kind of keep going upfield. And the Bears, that's going to kill the clock, and that's exactly what they want to do.
2nd and 5 on the 15-yard line. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. Grant takes the snap, hands it off again. That's Acuna up the gut, looking for the first down, and he will fight his way for a first down. 5-yard run from Acuna, and the Bears are again 1st and goal.
Yeah, and give a lot of credit to the Bears offense, moving the chains again. But again out there, Zach Figge, the senior, having a great tackle. You can see him. He was trying to pull almost that suplex again to get that Bradshaw Bear going back deep. Says, Acuna, I'm going to tackle you for another loss here. But no, the Bears do a good job of getting the first down, and Marauders really time to dig those cleats in the turf here.
Grant awaits the snap. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. He's going to take it himself on the fake handoff to the running back, and the Marauders able to shut it down immediately.
Yeah, boy, that's a phenomenal job. And it looks like it was Angelo Alvarez out there. Man, he was wired around. That's a good job. Grant takes the fake handoff there again, which is real tricky.
Dirkolek and Alvarez doing a good job on the dual tackle.
What a duo. That's a fast duo right there. 2 real speedy guys, not going to let Grant go anywhere.
So to bring up 2nd and 10 now, we're getting close to the 2-minute warning here in the third quarter. 0-21 our score. Bears over the Marauders. Ball spotted on the Bears 10. 2nd and goal for the Bears. Grant takes the snap. Looking to pass over the middle. It is one-handed and caught. Wow. The one-handed grab in the end zone is good for a touchdown. And we take a look at it here. Just a quick slant as Grant takes the snap and is in. Wow, what a grab.
Highlight reel grab.
Right, just right. One-handed grab. As simple as that.
Stuck his arm out. There was no way he was going to reach 2 hands out for that ball because he wouldn't have reached it. He stuck 1 hand out. The ball hit him right in that hand, and he's able to corral that. That's an incredible catch.
Makai Pineda able to get another score. 28-0 our score. We've got under 2 minutes left here in the third. Marauders got to respond. They're running out of time. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
So the Marauders will await the kickoff from Grant. Alvarez, and I believe that is either Sanchez or Meyer. It is Sanchez, returns it around the 10. Marauders looking to score. He'll get brought down around the 21-yard line. Marauders running out of time here, Nick, as we welcome you back here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Under a minute and 48 to go here in the third quarter as Mingus takes over 1st and 10 on their own 21-yard line. So
got a long field to go for the Marauders. A long field to go, and just a minute 50 left in the third. You really got to try to put something on the board before you can't leave yourself with a 20-point deficit in the fourth quarter. So Marauders, huge drive here.
Harrison under center. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Right up the middle, that is Jonathan Sanchez. He'll get brought down for maybe a gain of 1 or 2. Maybe he's right back at the line.
Brought down by Michael Kelly.
Sanchez a little slow to get up, but he is making his way back to his feet. He's going to stretch out a little bit, and he is all good to go. 2nd and 10 for the Marauders. Actually, no gain on that run. Ball still on the Marauder 21.
And tackle made by Big Kelly for the Bears defensive line. He's been a part of quite a few of their great plays against the Marauders offense, which is trying to find its rhythm here.
2nd and 9 here on the 22-yard line. Harrison dropped back to pass. Quick pass is completed to Freddie Jimenez. Jimenez near the sideline gets the first down. 9-yard reception from Harrison to Jimenez. First down.
Great patience by Harrison again. Offensive line gives him some time. He knows it, so he's able to step back and plant on that back foot and gives Jimenez a really nice ball. And Jimenez does a good job. Almost got to the first down. They marked him just short.
So it'll be 3rd and 1 on the 30-yard line. The Marauder 30 with a minute to go here in the third quarter. Harrison hands it off. We'll have flags on the field. It's going to be a false start. And that is not going to help Mingus at all.
Ouch. Yeah, that's a tough one. Another fundamental error. While the Marauders get some positive yards, they seem to like to follow it up with one of these incidental penalties, and they're going to be moving backwards.
From the Mingus 25-yard line.
So it'll be 3rd and 6 on the Marauder 25. Under a minute here in the third quarter. Marauders down 28-0. You can see right there on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. I want to thank Larry Green Chevrolet and Taylor Waste and Yavapai College for sponsoring tonight's game. Of course, Jennifer Griffin as well. Harrison's going to hand it off. Meyer trying to fight back. No, Harrison's going to keep it and look to pass. Pass intended for Figgy, but it just sails right over his head. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th and 6 on the Marauder 25. Harrison tried to get him on the play action pass, but Figgy, even if it got to him, he was double covered, and Harrison just kind of had to force it out with pressure coming. Again, the Bears defense playing quite well.
Yeah, and they didn't bite on that play action at all. They did not get taken for the bait. Harrison tried to fake the handoff. Didn't work, and yeah, there was a couple Bears chasing him down immediately. So that's tough to try to plant your foot at all and make a good pass.
4th and 6. Marauders will punt downfield. It'll be returned around the 30. Going now past the 40 for the Bears. Getting past the 45 and brought down around the 47. Hernandez on the reception or the kickoff return. So the ball will be spotted on the Bears 47. 1st and 10 for the Bears. They're up 28-0. We've got 18 seconds left here in the third quarter.
There's a great tackle by Loretto right there on the sidelines. Bradshaw's punt returner looked like he might be trying to pull a spin move or something and break that one for a touchdown, and Loretto does a good job of bringing him out and letting the Marauders defense, it's really time to clamp down. 18 seconds, so most likely going into the fourth, down 28, and hopefully not any more than that.
3 receivers lined up to the right side, 1 on the left. Grant's going to drop back to pass. He's been good with his arm and his legs. He's going to scramble right. Figgy's looking to have him lose a few extra yards. It is incomplete, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Zach Figgy got a little shaken up. He returns to the field and makes his presence known, pushing Grant about 10 yards back on that throw, maybe even 20 yards, as it goes right into in and out of the hands of his receiver. But I will say a lot of credit for Joshua Grant to get that pass off, and he almost had some really good positive yards you can see right there.
Yeah, and on the replay there, he's getting chased down by Figgy hard, and that's tough. And, oh, you see the Dirklick almost coming up with an interception.
They're going to hand it off up the middle for Acuna. Acuna breaks a tackle right up the gut. First down and a whole lot more. Huge gain of about 13 or 14 from Elijah Acuna, and that should end the third quarter. And Nick, last week it was Angelo Alvarez. Maybe it'll be Zach Figge earning our Verde Lee Market Deli and Grill Player of the Game. Verde Lee Market Deli and Grill isn't just a local favorite. It has received 191 excellent on TripAdvisor. They make the best burgers, Italian subs, and mouth-watering Philly cheesesteaks. Dine in or call ahead for pickup. Open 7 days a week from 9 to 9. In addition to a fantastic and fast food, In addition to fantastic and fast food, the market side also sells various groceries. I have been to Verde Lee Market. It is very good. But Nick, we need to take a break because we've ended the third quarter. We'll be right back here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare 23 insurance companies for home, health, auto, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance. Call or visit All Price Insurance today.
A huge quarterback scramble from Joshua Grant gives the Bradshaw Bears a huge first down after that commercial, during the commercial, but when we came back, it was a handoff up the middle to Elijah Acuna, and Acuna does not get the first down, but does get a run of about 5 after a huge scramble for a first down from Joshua Grant. So it'll be 2nd and 4 on the Mingus 19. We do have a flag on the field that is a penalty on the Marauders.
And we'll see what that is here. I didn't see any signal yet here. But, yeah, Philip, when you got Acuna who can just take the ball and go 6 yards, and on the other side of it you have Grant who's going to take it for 13, boy, a rushing game's going to look good for the rest of the game here. And Mingus got to tighten up.
That'll be another penalty for the Marauders. And that brings Bradshaw up to about the 10-yard line.
That hurts.
That'll be first and goal with 11 minutes and 30 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Grant awaiting the snap, looking to extend his already big lead. He'll look to pass right over the middle. It is caught in for another touchdown. Joshua Grant is dealing as Sanders finds another score. Grant Sanders from Joshua Grant, 34-0 our score here. And Josh Grant looking good. Nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, most certainly, and that's just a bullet of a pass again. We've been saying it all night. The quarterbacks are throwing the football really, really fast tonight, and that was a good job by the receiver bringing that one in.
So a touchdown for the Bears extends their lead on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard, 34-0. 11 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter as Josh Grant looks to kick in the extra point. Snap was a little high, but the kick is definitely good. 35-0. 11-16 left here in the fourth. Marauders have quite a hill to climb. Down big. We'll be right back.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We're the last local garbage company homegrown in the Verde Valley.
And we want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $14 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
It is a 35-0 game. The Bears currently leading the Marauders with 11 minutes and 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Philip Katafmo alongside Nick Yatsenko. Nick, it has been all Bears, and it is led by their quarterback, Joshua Grant, who is playing extremely well so far.
Yeah, and having Bob Young on the other side of the field is definitely helping the Bears out as they are playing real sharp tonight.
That ball is sent into the end zone for a touchback. And we'll see what the Marauders can do on 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
I mean, focus has got to be just slow it down. You know, huddle up here. Let's not. I know you're in a rush to score 35 points, but really it's about opening the floodgates up. So you got to have a good drive to get down there and get yourself some points, get on the board, build a little confidence. But yeah, huge spread right now, down 35-0. We'll see what kind of tricks Coach Provenzano's got up his sleeve.
11 minutes and 16 seconds left here. Harrison takes the snap on the Bear 20, on the Marauder 20. Meyer brought down on that 2-yard run. Hand up right up the middle. Good little run there from Drew Meyer. Still being effective with his legs.
More of that bread and butter. It's really the bread and butter for the Marauders, and every once in a while we execute that play so well that it just goes for a touchdown. But no, Drew Meyer always getting a few yards on each carry.
Ball on the Marauder 23 here, 2nd and 7. We've got 10 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Harrison waiting the snap, takes it. He's going to hand it off. There's Drew Meyer again. Jumps over a guy for a first down. A 9-yard run for Drew Meyer. First down, Mingus.
And Drew's just 1 or 2 defenders away from breaking one of these runs wide open. You can see the replay here. Marauders bunched in all tight, and just a quick little pull play. Sanchez does a great job of coming through the hole, Lee blocking for him.
Yeah, good run from Drew Meyer. Just a draw play right up the gut. You got to like it. You give Drew Meyer some space to run, and he's going to take it just like Jonathan Sanchez. 1st and 10 on the 33. 10 minutes to go here in the fourth. Harrison takes the snap, flips it left. That's Meyer again. Gets past the 30, now looking to get past the 40. Small run of about 4, but a good run again from Drew Meyer.
Yeah, boy, and you see,
we do have a player hurt.
Yeah, it looks like Hunter Perkins is kind of shaking up there. Hopefully he's going to be all right. He hops back up.
Yeah, you can see grabbing onto that left wrist. So maybe he fell on it at the end of the play. He's trying to shake it off, but still just keeps going back down. And Provenzano's going to say, no, you take a break. Take a break. You don't need to hustle back out there. We got other guys who can fill in. No need to make something minor more major, or I know that Hunter wants to get out there and keep playing. He's been playing great all season long.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't overdo it. Right now, I'm sure he doesn't want to leave that field.
No, he very much doesn't.
Trying to get points on the board, but yeah, I mean, obviously the leadership here at Mingus is great, pulling him off the field. Let's get him checked out. Make sure you're all right before you go back in there. They'll for sure at least tape him up.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's sitting on the bench getting taped up saying, let me get out there.
So hopefully we'll see Hunter Perkins as he gets a little tape job by the medical staff. A good handoff up the middle again from Drew Meyer. First down, Marauders. 5-yard run for Drew Meyer. Nice to see Drew getting some things going here for Mingus. 35-0 our score. 9 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Ball on the Mingus 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
And Drew is just an anchor coming in with those first downs, man. We're always calling him when we get these first downs after a 4-yard run play, first down. That's great job by Drew.
Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off left side. That's Jonathan Sanchez. He's got a lot of blocks ahead of him. Jonathan Sanchez down the sideline. Going past the 30. He gets brought down. But a big run from the Marauders. And honestly, an even better chase down tackle for Mason Stoltz on the side of Bradshaw. But regardless, first down Marauders. What a big run from Jonathan Sanchez.
Boy, and on your replay here, you can see the blocking that Jimenez did, Loretto and Martinez. You're going to see the guards pull right there. You see the guards pull. They're going to follow. They're going to chase.
Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez, the Loretto, Jimenez, all those guys are in front of Sanchez, giving him blocks, almost lines them up for the touchdown.
1st and 10 on the Bears 18. 8 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Harrison going to hand it off again to Meyer. Meyer brought back down, right back at the line. Good stop from Bradshaw. No gain on that run.
Yeah, and right back to the power back. I really like that from Mingus, Coach Provenzano, to have Sanchez run it, and then you're going to give it to Meyer, go back to Sanchez, back to Meyer. Really keep the Bradshaw defense on their toes, and it's working so far this drive.
2nd and 10 here for the Marauders. Again, ball spotted on the Bears, 18. 8 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Score 35-0 Bears. Marauders just looking to get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Harrison is going to flip it outside. No, he's going to keep it. It's Jonathan Sanchez. They hand it off on Sanchez. The trick play works, and the Marauders get on the board. 6-35. What a nice trick play from Mingus, and Jonathan Sanchez gets into the end zone, and the Marauders are on the board.
Incredible setup and execution by the offense. You can see Anthony Islas out there pulling.
Wow.
And it's just a nice little counter, a tiny little fake inside handoff one way, then it goes the other way. You fake the pitch, hand off to the other direction, and Sanchez had nothing but turf in front of him.
Yeah, absolutely. And how about Jonathan Sanchez finding the score as Angelo Alvarez goes to kick the extra point to cut into this deficit a little bit more. Still a lot of time here for the Marauders. This is going to be a fake kick. Harrison's going to toss it to the back of the end zone. It is incomplete. So the Marauders trying to get the fake kick going, did not convert. The score will remain 6-35. We've got 8 minutes left here in the third quarter. Marauders making a little bit of noise. Still quite a task to come down 6-35. We'll be right back.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
Well, the Marauders get on the board with 8 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. A trick play, a nice handoff to Jonathan Sanchez, gets into the end zone. A missed 2-point conversion remains our score 6-35. You can see there on our Larry Green Chevrolet scoreboard. Nick, the Marauders get rid of the 0 on their end, but they still got a lot more ground to make up.
Wouldn't be surprised if we saw that onside kick again.
We'll see if Angelo Alvarez can do so. Looks like the Marauders will not do that. They will just send it down the field.
I like that fake, though. You never really know if you're the Bradshaw Mountain Bears if that's actually going to be an onside or not.
Alvarez will try the onside again. We'll see if the Mingus Marauders, they get it! The Marauders pick it up! They get another fumble recovery. It bounced right off one of the defenders of the Bears, and Mingus now with an opportunity.
Well, special teams for the Marauders.
Wow.
Looking great. Here's the replay here. So they did that first fake, so Bradshaw thinks they might be kicking deep. And then one of the Bears comes up to grab that, and boy, Marauders do a great job executing the onside kicks. Provenzano's got the special teams looking real good.
Ian Contreras able to come up with it on that fumble recovery. We'll see if it traveled 10 yards. It did hit off of a Bears defender. We're still waiting for the official word as to whose ball it is. It is going to be Marauder ball. Or wait a minute.
No, they're going to give it to Bradshaw, so they must have determined. Coach Provenzano is going out for an explanation.
I sure thought it traveled 10 yards, and it clearly hit off one of the Bears defenders. So to reset here, it is Bradshaw ball on their own 46. 1st and 10. What we thought was Marauder ball turns out not to be. 8 minutes and 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Grant takes the snap, hands it off to Acuna. Acuna brought back right at the line of scrimmage. No run on that, no gain on that run.
Yeah, and that's, if you're the Marauders defense, that's exactly what you have to do. You can't let these guys get first downs. At this point in the game, you're down 29 points, there's 7 minutes and 40 seconds left. You cannot let the Bears get first downs and kill that clock.
No, you cannot. And Mingus would have loved the ball back on that kick return.
Yeah,
but
I take nothing away from the execution. Because
it was
the Marauders, that was a well-executed onside kick, and just the refs came together and decided it was Bradshaw ball.
Grant again awaits the snap, takes it, drops back to pass, looks over the middle, looking for somebody deep. It is incomplete.
Ooh, boy,
Had that been caught.
Almost got caught there. Jimenez looked like maybe he saw an interception in his future there, but yeah, thankfully just over the hands of everybody.
So to bring up 3rd and 10. Ball again on the Bradshaw 46, 7 minutes, 14 left here in the fourth quarter. Bradshaw up 35-6. I know one man who's happy about that, which is Matt Showalter, who's currently handling the call on the Bradshaw side on KKLD The Cloud. Of course, we absolutely adore Matt Showalter.
Absolute legend.
Great guy. Oh, one of the best. Grant, awaiting the snap. Takes it, drops back to pass. Looking for something over the middle again. It is completed for a first down. A huge gain. 30-yard gain on that pass. It'll bring him around the 20. And in fact, let me strike that, a 26-yard completion.
Yeah, boy, and Grant's just found the big plays tonight. He doesn't have the most completions, but the ones he does have just been phenomenal. I mean, they're downfield, they're huge chunk plays, and I mean, again, you see it. The Marauders DBs are on top of the wide receivers, just not enough.
I do want to say that Joshua Grant is not the quarterback currently. That is Grady Rose, the sophomore. Grant, no injury or anything. He's just done for the night. They're going to hand it off up the middle, brought down by Dirkelek. That is the running back, number 36. That is Ashner King. So we do have some subs on the side of Bradshaw. As much as I hate to admit it, it does make sense. They're currently up 35-6 with under 6 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. So why not get the future going, considering that Joshua Grant is a senior and Grady Rose, the backup quarterback, is only a sophomore and made a great pass over the middle earlier to Malachi Stevenson for a huge first down. Ball's on their own 17, 2nd and 6 with 6 minutes to go here in the fourth. Rose takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. King unable to get too much on that run, maybe a gain of 1. And that should bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, Bradshaw's absolutely executing on their plan, which is to kill this clock. And Marauders not using any timeouts yet, just under 5 minutes and 40 seconds left. But yeah, they're going to take their sweet time in the huddle and make sure they got all their ducks in a row before they run this next play. Marauders defense has got to come up with some sort of forced turnover. And that's what we talked about in the pregame, and we haven't seen too many.
Rose awaiting the snap now. Takes it. He's going to keep it himself on the right side, trying to find some room. Dirkelek coming in for the tackle. They bump him out of bounds. There is a flag on the field. Rose with a good run. And we'll see who that flag is on. That'll be the 7th. Well, we'll wait to see who it's on.
Boy, you know, that's for being the backup, the young guy at quarterback. He's got some nice size.
Face mask on the Marauders. That'll be their 7th penalty tonight.
I mean, you see Rose scramble there. That's a pretty mature run there from the young quarterback. I like seeing that. I know Bob Young's over there with a big smile on, knowing his young guys are out here getting some experience.
The Bears will take on Coconino High School next week, whereas the Marauders will be on the road to take on Lee Williams. You can catch that game right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. The Marauders looking for a bounce-back victory after what is looking like currently a loss. But we'll see what happens. We've seen stranger things. Rose takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself again, this time running on the left side. Dirkelek unable to make the tackle. Rose trying to fight his way for the end zone. He gets in. Scramble touchdown from Grady Rose. Touchdown Bears, and they extend their lead.
Man, what a run by Grady. That's, again, we just talked about how mature he looked as a quarterback for being a young guy, and he does not look like a backup. I mean,
no, he's playing
like
great.
A starter out there. That's a phenomenal run, and Dirkelek is one of our better tacklers, and you just saw Rose give Dirkelek a huge stiff arm and then break that to the end zone. So that's a veteran move by the young quarterback.
It is not much of a secret knowing that Coach Young is airing it out a little bit more than he did when he was here at Mingus Union, and honestly, even when he was at Sedona. Utilizing his quarterbacks a little bit more, the combination of Grant and Rose is paying dividends for Coach Young as he leads in his return against the Marauders, up 42-6 with 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. Marauders still trying to come back. We'll see if they do it.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Conoco fuel with your Kickback Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to stop for those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here with something for everyone.
At Suzy Q.
Shop local first, always.
Go Marauders!
So the ball kicked in the end zone for a touchback as the Marauders take over on 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Like you said earlier, Philip, that was just Josh Grant kicking that into the end zone. That's a touchback by the quarterback who's out here kicking.
And also a lot of credit to Angelo Alvarez on the side of the Marauders. He's been a great kicker for Mingus too.
Certainly.
But right now the Marauders still trying to climb back here. 42-6 with 5 minutes to go here in the fourth. It'll be 1st and 10, and we'll see what Mingus can do. Harrison goes under center. Marauders looking to just add on a couple more points. Harrison takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Meyer trying to fight his way for a couple extra yards. Only 3 on that run. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, Marauders looking to, like you said, Philip, it's a 42-6 deficit.
Yep.
Under 5 minutes, the clock's still rolling. Running the ball, and Marauders just looking for any sort of momentum to build on. At least we got some points in the second half, which is going to be a highlight. Didn't come up with any in the first half, but we'll break all that down in the post-game show.
Yes, we will. Our Gettles High Desert Mechanical post-game show will take on after the conclusion of this game. They're going to hand it off left side. Sanchez has got a lot of blockers ahead of him. A big run for Johnny Sanchez. 8 on that run. 1st down, Mingus.
And I'll tell you, Johnny Sanchez should be taking Loretto and Martinez out for dinner at some point during this season, because that's an outstanding job by the big guys, pulling around. Both the guards pull around the outside and each get a block to let Sanchez get that 1st down.
Well, a good little scramble there from Jonathan Sanchez, enough for a 1st down. He's been running quite well all season long, almost converting from receiver to running back. And Coach Provenzano has been using him to his high capabilities. They're going to hand it off again right side. Sanchez gets a block ahead. He's able to get about 3 on that run. Not enough for a 1st down, but a good run from Jonathan Sanchez.
And you got Colin Vashon in there trying to fire up his offensive line, saying, let's go, guys. We got to get this thing downfield and get more than 6 points. And, Coach Provenzano is trying to fire them up any way he can. But, Bradshaw looking real sharp tonight. Bob Young's return to the cave.
Very much so, and we knew that was a possibility when we were kind of talking about this game as there's a flag on the field. It was honestly going to go one of 2 ways. It was going to be a heavily scoring game on one side, whether that's Mingus or Bradshaw, because we've seen both of these teams play quite well against tough opponents, or it was going to be a tit for tat, one touchdown, and I'll say point right now goes to Coach Young on his return to Mingus. And of course, the season is not over for the Marauders. They'll look to bounce back against Lee Williams. Then they'll have Prescott. And I believe they finish out their season with Coconino. And there's still a lot of time for Mingus to get a couple more wins before the season ends. And honestly, this has been a good turnaround season for Mingus, even if it ended tonight, which it's thankfully not.
Yeah, most certainly. Marauders have been playing much, much better than last season. You can tell all those reps came in handy.
Meyer looking for the 1st down on that play action run, or the fake run. Should be enough for the 1st down. It will be. So the ball spotted on the Mingus 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for Mingus. Getting close to under 2 minutes here, Nick, and I believe midnight has struck on this Cinderella story. Coach Bob Young coming back home and getting a victory. Proving that he does not lose on this field.
Back in the cave, and you're right, Philip. He's got the Bradshaw Mountain Bears looking really fine-tuned right now, and they got some of their younger guys in there getting reps against the varsity.
Harrison's going to hand it off again. That is Drew Meyer. Meyer running quite well for Mingus. Could be our Verde Lee Deli and Market player of the game is Drew Meyer and also Zach Figge. I feel like we should give it both to them. But we'll see what happens there at our post-game show.
I'm going to leave that decision to you.
Well, it should be a combined decision. We should both be in agreement of who it is.
That's too tough.
It is very much too tough. Meyer and Figge playing quite well tonight. It'll be 2nd and 5 on the Marauder 41. 2 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. Harrison takes the snap, hands it off. Meyer able to find some room to run. Big run from Drew Meyer, about 14 yards, first down, Mingus.
Yeah, and I absolutely love that by Drew Meyer. He just grabs on to the back of Sanchez's jersey, his lead blocker, and he just kind of scooting right along with Sanchez. That's a great job to follow your block and get some 11 to 12 yards on that.
1st and 10. Ball on the 45. Harrison under center. Waiting to take the snap, Meyer and Sanchez in the backfield. He's going to hand it off. Jonathan Sanchez is wrapped up behind the line. It'll be a loss. And I believe that is, again, another guy's been all over the field in Mason Stoltz for Bradshaw.
Yeah, heard his name quite a few times tonight, and a defensive unit for Bradshaw is looking real sharp. I mean, the Marauders looked like they were starting to get their offense turning gears, and Bradshaw's defense just coming up huge tonight.
A 4-yard loss on that run from Jonathan Sanchez will bring up 2nd and 14 with a minute to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, our next broadcast will be against Lee Williams in Kingman as the Marauders take on the Volunteers on the road. You can catch that game right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Harrison takes the snap, looks to pass, rolls right. Short to the right side is complete to Drew Meyer. Meyer cuts back, gets past the first down and a lot more. Good reception from the Marauders, a huge gain. And it just gets them a little closer to maybe putting one more score up before we end.
Yeah, and it's nice to see Harrison get some good pass yardage on a play. And likewise for Drew Meyer getting some receiving yards. That's a great job by these veteran Marauders out here.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Mingus off that huge gain on the pass. Little dump pass to Drew Meyer. 1st and 10 on the 27, 34 seconds left here in the fourth. Again, the Marauders will play against Lee Williams as Harrison looks left side to Jimenez. It is incomplete, pass broken up. Good defense on the side of Bradshaw.
Yeah, Bradshaw's defensive backs just having an outstanding game. They're not giving the Marauders an inch. And, you know, on the other side of the ball, it was pretty similar. Marauders playing some good defense all night, but Grant, the Bradshaw quarterback, able to find some really tight holes with a fast throw. And Harrison, he's got that same really, really nice football throw and just unable to get it. Bradshaw's defensive backs playing outstanding tonight.
2nd and 10 on the Bradshaw 27. Harrison's going to hand it off again, that little fake run. They're going to hand it off to Sanchez, and he will get about 7 on that run. Almost finds his way for a first down, but Sanchez smartly able to get out of bounds. Should freeze the clock at 14 seconds here in the fourth quarter. Bradshaw will take on Coconino next week. The battle for first place continues as Coach Provenzano takes a timeout for the Marauders. A lot to talk about here, Nick. But Coach Young comes back home to Mingus and gets a win.
Yeah, and we'll highlight on the areas that need highlighting. Couple players going for player of the game, and Marauders just coming up short tonight against Bradshaw. And this Bears team is, always going side by side with the Marauders, either getting second place or winning the region. So this is a couple good ball clubs in Mingus and Bradshaw, and usually it's a little bit closer. Last couple seasons, Bradshaw's had an edge, and this season they have Bob Young on that side coaching, and they're looking real sharp.
I want to thank a few more sponsors here: Jones Ford, Verde Valley, Suzy Q Market, Paquito Loco, Rice Accounting, Jackson Hewitt, and All Price Insurance for sponsoring tonight's game, as well as Tiffany Construction, Roxu Screen Printing, and Verde Valley Orthodontics. And, of course, Jennifer Griffin for sponsoring our coin toss, and Larry Green Chevrolet for sponsoring our scoreboard. Harrison just barely gets that one away, and I believe it'll be a fumble. and we'll see who picks it up. It is Bradshaw ball, and that should do it. Marauders, unfortunately, suffered 2 losses back-to-back at home. Last Friday against River Valley, 15-22, and tonight in Bradshaw Bob's return to Mingus, 42-6. A tough loss for the Marauders, but they'll look to get a win against Lee Williams next week.
Yeah, Bradshaw is always a very respectable opponent, and they've been our rivals over the mountain now for a handful of years, and it's always a good battle, and it started as a good battle tonight. Bradshaw just able to find more points.
So that'll do it. The Marauders unable to get a victory tonight, but the season is still young for Mingus as now they focus their attention to Kingman to take on the Lee Williams Volunteers. We'll have that game for you right here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Gettle's High Desert Mechanical postgame show is on the way. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, this is Parker Jones with Jones Ford in the Verde Valley. At Jones Ford, we're proud Arizonans, we're proud Americans, and we are proud to serve our community. At Jones Ford, we offer an amazing selection of new Ford vehicles, and we offer pre-owned vehicles of all makes and models. And we offer them all to you at a discounted sales tax, which will save you hundreds. I promise we are worth your consideration. We are Jones Ford, Verde Valley, Arizona's best.
Yavapai College has 6 campuses and centers in Sedona, the Prescott area, and the Verde Valley. With more than 100 degree and certificate programs, YC has what you need to jumpstart your academic journey. Our athletics teams are some of the best in the nation, and we have plenty of student-led clubs, organizations, and activities. Our full-time student discount makes YC the most affordable option in Arizona for a full-time student. Learn more today at yc.edu.
Beautiful smiles improve more than just your dental health. They improve your confidence and quality of life. Verde Valley Orthodontics, the office of Dr. Nick Booth, offering the highest quality of technical care while treating their patients with respect, courtesy, and compassion. One happy client stated, "I can't stop smiling." Read more amazing reviews at verdevalleyortho.com. 2 convenient locations, Cottonwood and Sedona. Call 634-2121 to schedule your free evaluation today.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Hi, my name's Crazy Tony. The reason I'm here today is to let you know what Poquito Loco is all about. Unlike the rest of the Mexican food restaurants in that area, our main focus is tacos. From street tacos to cheap tacos and everything in between. So come on down to Poquito Loco for some crazy good tacos, the newest place in Old Town. And also we are honored to offer 10% of our profits to the Old Town Mission to help less fortunate. Have a great day and be safe.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at GettlesHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders!
Welcome to the Postgame Report, brought to you by Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, AC, and Plumbing Specialist, online at GettlesHDM.com. Stick around for the game recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. And now let's head back to the press box. Here's your announcers, Philip Catafamo and Nick Yatsenko.
Want to welcome you here to the Gettle's High Desert Mechanical post-game show on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. Philip Catafamo alongside Nick Yatsenko. Nick, a very tough loss. This round goes to Bradshaw, Bob, and the Bears, but still more matchups with Coach Young to come.
Yeah, most certainly. And it was a pleasure seeing him on the other side of the field tonight. And the Bradshaw Bears had an outstanding game. He's got those guys fine-tuned. They look really, really good. Marauders didn't make too many mistakes themselves tonight. However, Bradshaw just able to capitalize on everything and put together some yardage. And, Bob Young had a great return back to the cave.
We'll take a look at some of our stats here. We'll start with the quarterback, Zach Harrison. Last time against Bradshaw, struggled quite well. The struggles do continue this year, but much better numbers from Harrison here. 7 for 17, 74 yards. Did have that interception and fumble, but Zach still got one more year here, and he'll get another opportunity to play against Bradshaw, Bob, and the Bears. And I have a feeling next year might be a lot more different, but a lot of improvement from Zach from last year.
Yeah, and the interceptions he's got this season are, he's really just trying to make a play out of it. That interception we saw tonight, he's really just trying to throw that thing away, and he could not see anything in front of him.
No.
I mean, it really doesn't go to his fault. We'll give credit, really, to the Bradshaw Mountain
Their defense played phenomenal.
I mean, they almost had several containment sacks where the DBs aren't letting anybody get open, which allows, obviously, Zach Harrison to get sacked, and it didn't happen. The offensive line did a great job tonight of blocking, but the DBs for Bradshaw did a better job of containing.
Yeah, it just seemed like all night Bradshaw defensively was just a step ahead of Mingus, and offensively the Marauders were able to make some plays. They had a few passes over the middle. Of course, we'll take a look at Jonathan Sanchez and Drew Meyer. Their statistics here. We'll look at Johnny Sanchez first. 12 carries for 110 yards and 1 touchdown. That's pretty good. Marauders' run game was looking good.
And he's got chunk plays. Sanchez really breaks that thing loose, and that 40-yard run he had was just a huge burst. That's awesome. It's a great counter to Drew Meyer, who didn't end up with a touchdown, deserves one, and should have got a couple. But
17 carries.
Brutal yards.
Yeah,
I mean, he's averaging, that average right there is just over 4.5 yards a carry. I mean, that's brutal yards, and Drew Meyer has been accounted for that. He's great at doing that.
It was a tough task, not only with the solid defense on the side of the Bears, but offensively. Joshua Grant looking really good in his last year here at Bradshaw.
Yeah, he was on point tonight.
Yeah, he was.
Both sides of the ball, they played. You see Grant, 8 for 21, so not the most completions, but they were huge completions. 4 touchdowns, 145 yards. So that's only 8 passes and 145 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's a phenomenal job by high school quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
And then not only that, but then we see he leave the game, and we saw the backup come in, and the backup Rose is out there stiff arming getting touchdowns. So Bradshaw's got quite the depth chart over there.
It should be an interesting matchup going forward, as the Marauders, of course, will play the Bears again next season. They will focus their attention to Lee Williams, whereas the Bears will travel to Coconino to take on the Panthers in a battle that could determine first place, but we'll have to wait to see what happens. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you our Verdi Lee Market Player of the Game and wrap things up right here on the Gettles High Desert Mechanical Postgame Show. Don't go anywhere.
For 30 years, Roxu screen printers have provided Northern Arizona with clean, crisp, quality screen printing. They work with you to make the right choices in creating the right artwork and message to put forth your best image. Choose from brand name products and even fashion-forward designs, including caps, tees, sweatshirts, polos, and jackets. Make Roxu your choice for work and sports uniforms, workwear, resort wear, and more. Find out more at rokzootees.com. Roxu screen printers in Cottonwood, where clothing comes to rock.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. Larry Green Chevrolet, we're better and we'll prove it. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and the sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet just off Highway 260 next to Walmart or LarryGreenChevrolet.com.
I want to welcome you back here to the Gettles High Desert Mechanical Post-Game Show. Philip Katafma alongside Nick Yatsenko here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. You can see the coaches down there conversing with Coach Bob Young. A lot of history on both sides for these teams. Coach Anquiano, Coach JR, and also Coach Quesada. And Nick, of course, Nick Yatsenko, former player of Coach Young as well. As I mentioned, there's a lot of history between these two teams, a lot of history between that coach and this school. And like I said, round 1 goes to Coach Young, but there will still be more time for the Marauders to get their revenge against the Bears.
Yeah, and you see Coach Dixon out there as well. He's been Bob Young's defensive partner for a long, long time, and I've worked with him. Phenomenal coaching staff, and yeah, it's really nice to see some of these Marauder coaches go right on over there, and you see some hugs down there, and that's great sportsmanship, and just a ton of respect both ways, and it'll be fun to watch this matchup going forward.
Our Verde Lee Market player of the game is Zach Figge. Figge playing phenomenal on both sides of the ball. Defensively, he was able to get some huge stops against Josh Grant, but also offensively, he made a couple plays.
Yeah, he defensively putting the pressure on Grant tonight was clutch. He was great. Grant probably has a couple more touchdown passes if Zach Figge is not chasing him down. And Figge does a great job. We saw him almost give Acuna the suplex tackle out there. That's just a great job. Almost jarred that ball loose. And yeah, Figge all over the field tonight. After he made that huge tackle, he's able to get his defense pumped up. Come on, guys, let's do this. And that's great leadership by there. And congrats to him for player of the game.
The Lettuce able to capture the Verde Lee player of the game, Zach Figge, with a great performance tonight on a very tough night for the Marauders. But they'll focus their attention to Lee Williams next week, and we hope to find you there with us as well here on Verde Valley TV and KYBC. For our producer, Ryan Nichols, for my color analyst and favorite broadcaster, Nick Yatsenko, and of course our crew, Tristan Wright, Sushila Kandola, and John Stabe. I want to thank you all for watching and listening. Marauders take on Lee Williams next week. We'll be there. We hope you join us as well. Have a great night and enjoy your weekend.